Stand by. The BRN goes worldwide at 6 a.m. Eastern.
Attention, BRN affiliates. Showtime in 90 seconds. Showtime in 60 seconds. "45 seconds. "30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
I was the one that fired Lou Pearlman for Hogan. Did you know that?
No.
I heard he molested a bunch of kids. That's what he went to prison for, wasn't it?
Was it the boys? Because I know he's doing all the boy band stuff.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Alexa, what did Lou Pearlman go to prison for?
Specifically, Pearlman pleaded guilty to tax evasion in his 1986 federal tax returns.
All right, that's better
There's
than
conspiracy,
molesting
one
boys.
money laundering, and making
One that
false
lives in
statements.
glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Ah.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Look who's in the middle chair today. The schmarmy one.
Good morning.
Schmarmy. One baby face. I actually, honest to God, if I was to be intellectually, well, I don't think I can be ever intellectually truthful. But I can be truthful.
Are those birds?
Yeah, this is one of those watermarked willies when they throw the birds in there. Son, what are you don't hear? You know how they like. But I actually was taking a shower this morning and I realized it was Thursday. And I was like, oh, I got Babyface coming in, which kind of honestly, you know, like makes the show different. Sometimes frustrating, but different. And sometimes good. Sometimes.
You
Hello.
trying to compliment him?
I am.
'Cause
Hello.
I'm not sure.
Hello, Babyface.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I was genuinely looking forward to having you on the show today.
I'm the curveball, right? I'm the change of pace guy.
No, you're more the
screwball,
the wild pitch that I take a swing at.
We're just hoping for a foul tip.
Right. Listen, I'd like to clarify something on the Lou Pearlman high spot previously on those that live in glass houses. I wasn't insinuating that I touch kids. I was insinuating there's one or two away. I was insinuating that I have IRS issues as well. He got taken down by the IRS. I don't think I'm going to get taken down by the IRS. IRS is not, well, let me see how I say this. IRS appreciates when you communicate with them. The IRS hates when you just avoid their, they're trying to get a hold of you. If you lawyer up and communicate with them, let me tell you something. Anybody's having IRS issues, scrape a little bit of money and lawyer up, because I think, Brian, at that point they can't really have contact with you. I think they have to go through your lawyer.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's a lot safer that way. And but the difference there, though, is you're trying to make it right. He was clearly trying to rip them off.
No, yeah. I'm not trying to.
You weren't trying to rip them off. You just couldn't afford to pay them.
I'm not filing false returns.
Right.
I'm trying to pay what I owe.
Yeah.
Right?
You were just broke. You weren't
I'm
a
broke.
thief.
Yeah, and the years we're talking about is the 2 years that I'm having 17 and 18, when I was at my lowest, at my brokest, and I just been churned in the federal court system. Man, you want to. I mean, even you, Brian, who is a lawyer and probably are very financially responsible. If a major corporation got you individually in federal court, like a Fortune 500 company got you in federal court, a place that's got 3 or 4, floors of lawyers. Even a guy like you, who I don't think you could represent yourself in federal court, could you?
I mean, I wouldn't with like Abraham Lincoln said, is the man who represents himself in court has a fool for a client.
Even if you're an attorney? Does that go for even if you're an attorney?
The reason being is that generally you're emotionally involved, right?
Right.
And to get that separation between what you know to be true and what you've lived and what the evidence and the law can actually show is important to have that buffer.
Right.
To have somebody who's somewhat disassociated from it emotionally.
But that statement is probably 50% as valid if you are a practicing attorney.
Yeah, I still would.
Compared to Joe Lawnmower guy.
I still would have legal representation. Now, the advantage I would have is I could help draft things and things of that nature that,
You could probably save a ton of money.
That's if the lawyer that you're working with would let you do that to save yourself some money.
Well, my federal lawsuit bankrupted me, and I had Tom Bean doing,
He was doing about 85% of the work.
Yeah, I should have just wrote him a check.
Yeah.
Listen, the rulings that we did get, and I'm not mentioning any names. I'm mentioning who the parties were, but I think you're very familiar with the case and the victories, the little mini victories and rulings and little smidgens of that was found during the 88,000 page data dump were found by Tom Bean. Yep. Tom Bean found everything that we got that made this thing settle was found by him.
Yeah, and part of it is, in a scenario like that, he had he knew the industry better.
He knew the lay of the law. He knew that like a paralegal or something. Let me ask you a question. In legal pecking order, if you got a big lawsuit like that and you got an 88,000 page dump, you and Gina aren't going to read that. You have junior attorneys and paralegals that are going through that, looking specifically for stuff, right?
Well, it just depends on the case. But yeah, for the most part, you would trust an associate attorney to go through that.
And maybe you would take a section of it, but you're not going to do all of it.
It would really depend on the case, but
right.
I used to.
You were that guy
when I worked with Jay. Yeah, I was going through the medical records looking for the smoking guns.
You're far sharper than can I throw my man a bone here? And that even though you were a junior attorney, you were far sharper than the average schmuck June attorney. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but the great attorneys have
Good. They have Brian
smarmy little
Petroni's.
toothy guy like
They
me
got
around.
Brian Petroni's back there in the back.
Yeah.
In a little sweatshop, just scouring through.
Charles Peterson, 10 on the cash app.
Oh, man, thank you so much. So anyway, you're right. Tom almost had to be the one to go through it because the other people, including, Todd Foster, didn't know necessarily what could be a problem and what wouldn't be a problem.
Right. They didn't know fully what they were looking at.
Right.
And so to have those eyes was invaluable, that somebody who knew what he was looking at, and then Tom was able to explain it to them in a way that made sense.
If you want to ruin somebody's life, get them in court and churn the hell out of them. Right? I mean, that's...
a lot of business people use that method to get out of paying their bills.
Is churn, baby, churn.
Churn, baby, churn.
Churn, baby, churn. Churno inferno, churn. Have you ever been churned?
No. You've been churned more than butter.
I've been churned more than butter. I've been churned more than country crock. I got so much going on in my life right now. And by the way, on a great prep, but I didn't get, listen, this is how behind I am. I didn't get to you. I like to open up your prep at 5:15. Okay. I like to open it all up at 5:15, have it all opened. And cause it takes a while for it to go through the pre-rolls and the buffers. And, it takes a while to get to the meat of what you're trying to send me, especially if it's a video deal. I like to watch it.
Sure.
But some of it's just, articles, and I can, and I have a little system here, left screen, right screen. Left screen means I've already looked at it, and I want to talk about it. Right screen means I need to probably further look at it, let it buffer up during one of the 6 minutes and 20 seconds, breaks.
Right.
And and get it over to the left screen. So left screen's getting ready to go. So kind of, Brian, it's kind of like baseball. You're in baseball terms. Did you ever play baseball? Did you ever play Little League baseball?
Yep.
So you and whoever else may have played, it goes at the plate, on deck, in the hole.
Yep.
So that's how
all three.
Guys at the plate, the guy that's is on deck in the batter circle.
Yeah.
In the batter circle.
Well,
he's second.
And then in hole, usually that guy's kind of usually at the top of the stairs.
Hanging out. He probably has his helmet on.
He's got his helmet on. He's got his gloves on. He's got his bat picked out. Now, he's not in there warming up inside the dugout doing whirly whirls because he could hit somebody. But nonetheless, he might be stretching a little bit.
He's watching the pitcher and watching the pitches come in.
Right.
He's doing his job right.
He's kind of doing it before he starts swinging. He's getting his timing.
So is that
down.
what the major league guys do, Brian? Is they're looking at the pitcher and what he's throwing?
Yeah,
what
they're
is
looking to see.
Plate, and if he gets far enough down the line, like if you're at the Rays and you're at home and you get farther enough down the first base line, then you can get a pretty good perspective on where it's hitting the catcher's mitt at, right?
That, and you're looking for tells, something he's doing while that was a changeup. Before he threw his changeup, he put his glove up a little bit higher than when he throws his fastball.
Oh, is it really that specialized?
Oh yeah, they're looking.
So
for
it's not like when you and I played Little League and we were just hoping to get on bat, hoping the two guys before us didn't strike out and so we could play.
And then what he's doing also is in the hole is he's talking to the other guys that have been up, saying, "Hey, did you see when he did this? What was the pitch like?"
Or like maybe the guy will come to him and say, "Hey, listen, see that little glitch right there, before that's a curve." That's a curve all day.
And then you start really watching it from on.
Unless you're the Astros and you got somebody hitting a trash can.
Exactly.
Right. So you either got your earplug, you either got your Rush Limbaugh cochlear ear implants in so you can hear better, or you're trying to pick up. Now, do pitchers sometimes tell on themselves?
Did they give it up?
Yeah, Brian, is there will a pitcher have a hitch that a guy can pick up and say, okay, when he does this, that's always a slider.
Well, they work on it and they try not to have it, but we've seen instances. I think it was when the Rays were playing Houston in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Tyler Glasnow actually was doing something that was tipping his pitches.
Yes.
And they started shelling him. And that's the thing, is that you give a Major League Baseball hitter
what's coming,
they're going to hit the ball.
Isn't that about, I've heard from really good hitters, 300 plus hitters, that anticipation and knowing what's coming is about 75% of hitting.
Yeah, these guys clearly can hit. They're at the major league level.
If you take a major league guy, and boy, Brian, you might have had a good time. We went out Sunday to the Tampa Tarpons field, and they let us take batting practice, and you just don't realize how hard it really is, and they were just pitching him right down the middle. But you take a major league guy, and you pitch him like they did us, Lummy, and he's knocking 80% of them out of the ball field.
Oh yeah.
But we knew what was coming, just something straight and lobbed down the middle every time, right?
Yeah.
Well, they don't know what's coming, and that's part of the cat and mouse game of pitching and versus hitting.
And it's all about the timing too, because sometimes a pitcher may go faster to the plate on a different pitch.
What's the toughest pitch to hit? A slider?
Yeah, I would say a 100-mile-an-hour slider.
Who's got the most wicked slider? Remember back in there's been
Randy Johnson. One of them.
No. Hold on. There's been eras of, like, when I was growing up as a kid, Bruce Sutter had that split finger fastball that literally was described as falling off of a table, where you could not. It would be coming in waist high, and you're like, I got it, and it wasn't that fast. It was like 85. And then it would literally drop off a table and spin a guy into the ground. So, like, what have been the pitchers that have these very famous, you guys are more sports historians than I am, and I don't want to get too far deep down the woods on this, but like Randy Johnson, he's noted as having the most wicked the most wicked slider ever.
Yeah. James Shields had a really good changeup.
Yeah, DeGrom's slider is pretty amazing.
How about in today's baseball? Like, who's got
Jacob DeGrom when he can stay healthy?
Yeah.
He's got a wicked slider.
Didn't the Angels or some Cincinnati or somebody just bring up a guy that can throw 105? There's a dude that just threw 105.
There's a few that probably could if they wanted to, but these guys are getting smarter with their pitching now. They don't go full gas.
Can you imagine, Lummy, sitting there and a 105 comes smoking on you?
No.
You literally have to start your swing when he's probably at the top of his throw.
You've got probably in that scenario like 0.2 of a second to make up your decision
as whether you're going
or not you're swinging.
Yeah.
0.2
Let me look
second.
up, or Rhett, I think your mic. Rhett, is your mic on? Yeah, sure. Is there a guy? I just saw, like, on my ESPN app, that there's a guy that got called up, or somebody. He just pitched a few days ago that can throw.
Hunter Green.
Yes, Hunter Green, and was it 105?
Yeah, he threw a 105.2.
For who?
For Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah. And didn't Cincinnati, they're the one that described that big, tall, black guy, Chapman, right? Remember Chapman?
Aroldis Chapman?
Yeah, he was the first one to consistently be over 100, was he not?
Yeah, he was. I think he hit 105 in like 2007.
He kind of fizzled out. He went to the New York Yankees. And then I don't know where he ended up.
Well,
is he still in the league?
He hit 105 and then he hit his wife.
Yeah, is that what happened?
Yeah.
He hit his wife at 50, and that'll hitting a woman's is not a good look.
He's I think he's with Kansas City now.
I do have some good news, and that the cells, the polyp that they found in my rectum was benign, and so I don't have any. I'm not going to be pooping in a bag, and I don't have any rectum cancer.
Damn near killed him.
Yeah, rectum. No, damn near killed him. But so anyway,
Rhett's mic off.
No, it can't be off. Rhett's mic is on, right? Unless it got Rhett. Boom, 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 boom. Well, your mic's on, bud. It's you. It's that damn dog.
You think he chewed the cord?
Damn dog chewed the cord.
Chewed on the cord.
Rhett, your mic is on. I've been doing this 40 years. Your mic is on. You're in program. You're in audition. You're in mono, and you are on the A side of my A and B side switch. So you're on. Looks like something else Macha's got to wire up today.
Oh, yeah.
We just put up those 4 brand new TVs up top, right?
Yeah.
But we used 2 of them. 2 of them were old because we used to have 2 up there. And so we're like, we're going to put 4 up there to really cause, a cool look. And so we ordered 2 more. Red puts them up. Now the 2 old ones that have been up there, God, how long? 10 years?
Yeah, about that.
They just blew out. So now we're down to, I got to order another one.
For both to blow out at the exact same time, though, is kind of crazy.
Not really. They're the same brand.
They were bought the same
know,
They
time.
probably had the same type of solder on some type of circuit.
Yeah, I don't know. It is kind of nuts. Like, it was literally the same day, wasn't it?
I don't know.
No,
it
it
was
like
about a week later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they both went on the exact same day. I'm like, that's crazy.
About a week later.
Well, that actually shows pretty good quality control from the company's perspective.
And they put the same thickness of solder on the circuit that went bad.
But I mean, that was something that when we were growing up, never a TV didn't go bad.
No, back when we were growing up,
you may lose a color.
No, back when we were growing up, you actually had to call the TV repairman.
Yeah,
and the TV repairman came out in a van, and he got in the back of your TV, and it had this big old tube, and it literally looked like something that would be at NASA. And your dad, even my dad, who could fix anything. Like my dad, if the gutter fell down, my dad was the kind of dad who would be up there fixing it. If my dad was the kind of guy when the house needed repainted, he repainted it. My dad was the kind of guy, when he poured a concrete slab for the driveway to put my basketball goal up, but mostly just to be a new driveway for his garage.
Yeah.
He had 4 of his boys come over. They put the forms in. They put the rebar in. And they called for the gravel, for the cement truck to come in. They trawled it all. And that's my dad. Nice. But my dad never messed with the TV. Even the most handy dads knew their limitations on TVs, right? Was your dad a fixer-upper guy, Lemmy?
Yeah, but same thing. He would never touch electronics.
Yeah, never. But the TV guy would have to come out and get in the back of your TV, and then the worst was like if your tube was blown. Because if your tube was blown, they just make you buy a new Zenith 25-inch console. Remember?
Yeah.
But you'd have the 3 color tubes or whatever it was that one could go, so everything looked green on the screen. But the red went.
Or you'd have like a line through the screen.
Yeah. But back then, man, the TV guy could put in a new green tube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that wasn't a big that would have been. I got a picture to send you, Brian. I'll send it to everybody. Sumo sent this to me, and it's so true. And it's let me see. What am I dealing here? Brian Matroni.
You have to go on your block list.
Lummy, Anna. I'm sending it to everybody so everybody can reference this picture. Anna and Rhett. And I do have him listed as Macho Man.
Oh yeah.
Mini Mach.
Yeah, no,
just Mini Mach.
I just got Macho Man. This is what a remote control. When I was growing up, this was what a remote control was, and it shows a little kid standing by the TV holding the knob, and your dad would say, "No, no." Yep. Okay, hold on a second. All right. No. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. Now don't go too far. Stick around.
There's only like 7 channels to go through at the time.
But am I not true?
Maybe 3.
Yep.
Did you live in that era, Brian, where you had to be where your dad would say, "Brian, get down there and turn the channel"?
Yeah, we had a couple iterations of it. We had
the box.
We had the box that the cable box where you would slide the channel. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Like, it was a little arrow, and you'd have to like hit the channel like 33, and you'd whip it to 33, and then at one point we had a VCR that had a remote, but it had a wire that attached to the VCR, and so you could fast forward and rewind. But you had to be within like 5 feet of the VCR, so the remote didn't make a lot of sense.
Or it was wired.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of times, it was wired to the VCR.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a wired remote, but you could only be like 5 feet. It didn't make sense to have the remote.
It didn't give you 25 feet of wire where you could sit on the couch.
Yeah, it made no sense.
You had to be like, within arm's length of the VCR. So it didn't even make sense.
Yeah, it made no sense. It's like a cool feature.
Do you remember, man, when VCRs first came out, and then how to you'd have to program them.
Oh, to start like trying to record it at the right time. They were so big and heavy, and like the top would pop open, and you'd stick it in. And then I remember, to me, like the biggest thing in the world was when HBO came out. We got HBO,
and you could try to watch some of the
Skinamax,
yeah.
And so there was. I remember as a kid growing up when there was one. They used to scramble the Playboy channel and stuff.
Yes.
And there was a couple scenes that they would play in between their main shows on Playboy, where it was like all in the shower, all in the water, and when that would line up, the scramble wouldn't work.
Yeah, for a minute too.
For 2 or 3 minutes. No, it was like an entire segment. I remember one in particular.
You try to get a half a chance. You try to half the channel. You could sometimes get the dial, and you try to get the half a click before the click, and sometimes that would eliminate because if you didn't get it, they would just scramble it. Remember?
Yeah.
And so sometimes you were so desperate to see some type of porn or some type of kissing or some boob or something that you would just my buddy figured out that if you could get a half a channel click on it, it sometimes messed up the scrambling. Now, I mean, it literally looked like the worst. It was all fuzzy and you could barely make it out. But when you're 13 years old and you're trying to get your jack on,
doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that was all you needed.
Yep.
All you needed was a blurry nipple.
Think about the ingenious things that we came up with to circumvent the system. And if we would have applied ourselves to something like science or something like that, all the things men have done to simulate vagina, if we would have taken those efforts and resources and put them into something constructive, hell, we could
cancer, world peace.
No cancer, world peace, no energy crisis, no global warming, no anything. No submersible submarines disappearing. Nothing like that. So the other issue I got, Lummy, and I don't know, maybe Brian. Are you an iPhone guy, Brian? Are you Android?
I'm Android. Everybody hates me.
Jesus.
Every group chat hates me.
Why are you?
It's worse than you being liberal.
It's literally nothing makes people matter.
But you got Android? Yeah, it's that guy.
Who's the green guy? Who's the green guy in the group text?
Why are you an Android?
I don't like Apple. The way they treat their customers, constantly switching their peripheries and their connections, constantly making have to buy new stuff to get your phone to work. I don't like that they did program updates to kill people's batteries and make them have to get newer iPhones. I mean, they're not a great company, and I'm not impressed by their products, and I prefer Android. All
right, well, I thought maybe I'd get lucky and you would know the ins and outs of an iPhone. Maybe I'm on Rumble right now. I'll flip over to. I'm going to go between Rumble and YouTube.
So this
today.
I looked it up, Bubba, and it looks like, did you just update your phone maybe a month ago?
No. As a matter of fact, I haven't updated my phone. It says that's probably my problem.
Yeah, they said there's a software bug.
Yeah, Apple will screw with you. That's what they do.
So you know what they'll do? And if you don't update, they will, update Apple settings, software update available. So, Lummy, it looks like if you don't update it, because I didn't want the update, then they lock your phone down.
Well, they said that I guess one of the older versions had a bug that shows that your iPhone is full, and so they sent out a new update to fix the bug.
Oh, I thought iPhones didn't get bugs.
Okay, well,
I thought that was so great about them. They don't have
virus.
problems.
It's just a software bug. So they said if you update your phone, it should fix the problem. Because they said during the bug too, you're still able to take photos.
So Brian, I have 512, whatever the hell, gigabytes.
Gigabytes.
I got 512 gigabytes.
You got gigs, yeah.
I got gigs.
You got gigs for days.
I got gigs, brother.
Yep.
What's up, gigger? I'm just saying. I mean, people could say, "What? I'm a big gigger."
Okay.
I got 512 gigs is a lot of gigs,
yes,
ain't it?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got 512 gigs, and when you go in there and it says iPhone storage, I've only used 105 gigs.
Like 20%.
Yeah, like I'm on the little chart. It shows like I got a whole bunch of real estate left.
Yeah, manage your storage.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to have the Merch Crick airdrop me a 6-minute video because of actually, Lummy, it's of when we were repairing the track. I'm trying to put together a little
vid.
Yeah, like I'm trying to put together a little vid.
Making content.
You know, I'm trying to make content. And so all morning she's trying to send this to me, and it's like, you don't have enough space. You don't have enough space. So I've gone in and deleted some videos that I really didn't want to delete, but I did.
Brother.
I deleted. No.
Oh my God. That was a little funny, Bubba.
It hurts me to say this, but give him one, and not a bad one, and not a bad one.
That's a little funny.
But I've gone in and like when I do my food reviews, after I've saved them and I've edited them on iMovie, then they just stay on my phone. Well, sometimes they're 16, 17 minutes long. So I've gone back and since I've already posted them on YouTube, I don't need them on my phone. So I've gone back and gotten rid of all of those. So to the point where I've taken my storage down from like 105 to like 96.
Which you shouldn't have to do any of that anyway.
Yeah, but
and it says you shouldn't. Well, you don't have to, according to this post.
Well,
you just need to take whatever update they're giving you because they want to do.
I'm
something
trying.
with your
I'm
data.
trying to now. It's thinking about. It's just a joke. So anyway, that's what it looks like, Lummy. I haven't updated my phone, and if you don't take their update, then it looks like they potentially limit some of the features, and one of which is AirDrop.
Well, that's cool. Now you can make an appointment and go stand with all the elitist snobs at International Plaza in that big glass
I have been to the Genius Bar or whatever the iPhone lab is at the International Mall exactly one time, and I will never go again.
You're part of that club, buddy. You're part of that club. Go
no,
stand
you're not.
there.
You're not part of that club.
No, you are. I'm not. I'll never be a part of that club.
No. You can have an iPhone and not go to the Genius Bar.
Nah, you're a part of that club, man. That gets you in.
Well, they give you 3 fixes on this, how it should be fixed.
Tell me right now immediately.
Download the new.
I'm trying to, but I'm trying to.
Restart your phone.
All right.
And then if
I download it, or am I saying just restart it in general?
If you haven't started downloading it yet, they say to restart your phone now.
Well, I'm downloading it now.
Okay, so just wait.
It's buffering.
And then reset it. And then if all else fails, they said just reset your phone. But that's the last.
Why would I want to reset my phone? Doesn't that take all of my contacts and...
But you can save it all in the cloud and then download it all back.
I don't know how to do any of that.
Yeah, so let's just go with the first 2.
Well, you don't need to do it. You can go to the Genius Bar.
I've already started trying to get the software update, okay?
Yeah.
Now, it's buffering, so I'm assuming it's working.
No, it's probably redoing everything on your phone. You're probably going to have nothing left, no
Brian,
data.
stop trying to scare him and send him to the Genius Bar.
Let me make an appointment. I think they have one available for next week at 8:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night. That's their next available appointment to get your phone looked at.
I would go to the Genius Bar. I would walk in there. I would have to wait an hour. And then here's the deal. Here's how it goes. You walk in there, and some little nerdy asswipe goes, "Oh yeah, deep. There you go." It takes about 4 seconds, and makes you feel. And you've now meanwhile waited. You've gone through that. I would literally drive over to your office, go up the back fire escape, which is closest to and punch you in the mouth.
Send Merch Crick there,
Yeah, whatever. I'd send somebody to punch you right straight in the mouth.
You're my designated puncher. Go.
No,
punch
I meant to go to the Genius Bar. Have her go sit there for an hour.
I have sent her there. You know what? Listen, the Merch Crick was an Android person. And I'm like, listen, if we're gonna date,
if you want to be with me, you better get an iPhone, bitch.
That's what I said.
It's a direct quote.
It's pretty. Hold on. That's nice. Your verification failed. Your Apple ID and/or password is incorrect.
Oh, good luck with that. Once you lose that, that's it. You're locked out. It's like Bitcoin, and you forget your wallet code.
Go get help.
No, it's done. He's going to be at the Genius Bar today. If you want to meet Bubba, he's having a Bubba Army meeting at the Genius Bar at 2:00.
I got to tell you, one thing that's the most frustrating thing in the world is I'm passworded out. Like I am absolutely passworded out. Do you guys ever get password angst? Like, what is my password? I can't remember it.
Oh, I have them all in a document.
Yeah, if you
on my phone.
you can save it in Google Notes or something like that.
Yeah,
and then,
Pages or
And then
whatever.
I use the
I don't know.
biometrics for everything on my phone, so it's all just fingerprint. I don't have to remember my passwords. I just set up the biometrics.
Or you could do your face now on the iPhone. And Rhett's now on Jay's mic.
Oh,
He switched it over, I guess.
so
yesterday.
was it?
I'm not sure. I just
Are
got
you over
that
there?
message.
Hello?
Guess not.
Jay's mic is now up. Jay's mic
I
is
can hear him
up.
screaming.
Rhett's screaming. I can hear him through the
Jay's
glass.
mic is up.
Is Macho on?
I don't know,
site?
Macho,
I know.
you there? Check your mic.
Yeah.
Macho, are you there?
Yeah, he's standing there. I guess the
All right,
mic.
I need you guys to work with me now.
He's
okay?
investigating. He said.
Just at least
Ah! That's what I hear in the back.
talk. Both of you count to 10, and each. In fact, I got all three mics hooked up. I got Rhett's original mic, I got Jay's mic, and I got Macho's mic, and they're all three potted up, and nothing.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear Rhett yelling, but nothing.
Well, there you go.
Macho just gave me the. Oh, I don't know. I think he's coming in here now.
Oh, great! He'll sneak up on me like the monkey that he is.
He is one quiet, muscular ninja.
I got to tell you, man, if you don't think we came from monkeys, and you look at Macho Man, then I mean, I don't know how much of an educated individual you really are, because I mean that guy's straight.
He's not a monkey. It's more of like a great ape.
He's a generation. His 2 generations ago were at Busch Gardens. I'm just telling you that.
Oh my god!
All right, listen. We'll try. Okay. We'll try to handle. We'll try to get our microphones situated. I think we're streaming okay today, nonetheless.
Yes, we
There's
are.
my first nonetheless.
Yeah. Just
Now,
the
that
mic's
can't
not
be
working.
2 nonethelesses. I was
there you go.
describing that I said my first one. So there's not 2.
Just one.
There's just one. Okay?
All right.
When we come back, we're going to talk about this submarine deal.
Submersible. You got it.
All right. I'd like to get Brian's take on that.
1, 2, 3.
The audio torture never stops. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
More to Brad. We got to get more bumpers.
Yep. I'll give it up to Andy.
Did you hear about? I mean, I put in prep, but that weird connection of the CEO's wife's great.
I might just do my giant recreation world
Titanic and,
live on the air, and you guys can edit that.
Okay.
I know they're looking for weird things, but still, it is kind of bizarre.
It's a stretch. At first, I thought it was these were billionaires that were like faking their death for some reason.
Ooh, Conspiracy Jones over here.
But
honest now, all of a sudden,
oh, my ears perked up.
Oh yeah, I'm moist now.
Yep, that too.
That's Anna doing Bubba talking because that's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm Bubba like 80% of the time.
Yeah. Give it to me, Chris.
Oh yeah, right there.
Oh yeah. Take her around the farm. Oh, give me that 2-finger cul-de-sac deal.
Yeah. Nothing turns them on more, really.
It would be so weird. I can only come now when you do your Bubba voice.
Oh, close, Chris.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. So what is up with Rumble? I can't find the show live on there. Why not?
Did you click on it?
Here's the deal. There's 2.
Did you go to Bubba Boundary?
That's so fucked up, Lummy. Can you talk to your Rumble rep about taking the other one down?
Yeah, it is. There's only one. Click on
the
it.
Bubba Army.
Click on that.
There's one
No, there's
Bubba.
one. Click on it. There it is. There's live.
Oh.
You
It's
dumb
the one with
fuck.
the space.
Why? But hold on. Why wouldn't live come up? Like, why do you have to click on the logo? Why would they show old videos rather than what's live?
You had to click on it because he just took down the second one out. There's only one. You see only one. So now you just got to click on it. They're working on it.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Of course.
And also,
Of course, they're working on it. Say it.
They're working on it. That's why they just took the second one down. There's only one. So they're.
Our big hello. Can you hear me?
I was
You
clicking
met
on
this
that other
one?
one. It was
Right.
not. Aw.
You met this one?
Who's got a little wiener dog?
Scout.
It's Red Dog Scout. He called him Scout because that's how he gets the women. He sends out Scout and
Exactly.
yeah, it's a good move.
I've never had as much attention in my life.
Of course. I love your wiener dog.
Sometimes I'm just a little R. This whole show's fucking R.
It's rated R.
No, is R.
Rated R for play.
Oh, you're just the sweetest little chick. Oh, you're
How old is Scout?
She is going to be 10 weeks on Saturday.
It's your birthday.
Birthday.
It's your birthday.
Birthday is April 11th.
Oh, that's
It's been a long time since Anna was having fun with a black wiener like that. You ever hooked up with a black dude, Anna? No? Racist.
God, it was literally Juneteenth just this week. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
No,
aren't you
shame on
supposed
me,
to do that on
I'm making it.
Juneteenth? Like, that's the thing?
sorry.
Find a black guy and give him some ass?
That goes for me too,
Brian's
by the
a little
way.
hot right now.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, my bad. Shit.
I haven't shit right in a week.
Whoa. He's been walking let me slow him down a little bit.
Man.
So it's like, it's just the first break, babyface. Jeez. Have that energy for the 8 o'clock hour.
Are you just the sweetest?
I don't know that much energy.
You're just the sweetest little kid. Yes, you are. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Oh, yeah.
There.
Puppies are pussy magnets, man. It is.
Oh my God.
You. Good.
Oh, you want daddy?
No, he's trained to whimper whenever he hears the word pussy.
Yup. Yup, she's going to work. She knows how to work.
Okay, that's right there. That's right there.
Come the fuck on.
It's okay.
She's whimpering because she knows that daddy's about to get yelled at for screwing up. She can sense that.
Okay. You smell good? It's okay. Daddy's right there. Daddy's right there.
Oh my goodness gracious. I know. I know. It kills
Oh,
me.
honey, I'm sorry. Where's your daddy? Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Are we doing a radio show running a goddamn humane society around here? Fuck.
Got her.
Yeah.
She wants her daddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I'm so sweet.
If you don't like dogs or puppies, I don't like you. Like, as a person. I think that's a huge red fucking flag. What? I don't. There's people that, like, they hate fucking dogs. And to me, like, that's
I mean, I don't like bad dogs that are like all up in my fucking grill and big and like jumping.
Like
around.
wild ass Bella.
Yeah, pisses me
Bella's
off.
wild.
Just, like, little,
She'd be wildin'.
like an ill-mannered dog is fucking.
There's no such thing as bad dog, just bad owners.
Sure, but whatever. It manifests as like bad.
Fuck you,
behavior.
Brian.
I didn't say you were.
You're
You
the best
totally,
dog, daddy
you
dog,
totally
dog, yeah.
internalized.
Get to a safe place. Safe place.
The prison work release program gone horribly wrong.
You may want to duck.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Bubba the Love Sponge. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Thursday, January 22nd, 2023, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show with Brian the Babyface Matroni. I'm about ready to take my my iPhone and
You chuck it?
yeah, I'm getting frustrated.
Did you? So since it didn't download, did you then just do a hard reset?
No,
Okay.
It's ridiculous. Did we get the mic situation handled? By the way, starting on Monday, there are only 2 places you're going to be able to visually see us as we're transitioning.
Neil Mount Pleasure, 25 on the Venmo.
Neil, it's Mount Pleasure, not Mount Pusher.
Pleasure.
French.
Neil Mount Pleasure.
Oh, well, he likes when I mispronounce it.
No, he doesn't. Did he tell you that personally?
Yes, in the Goat Report. He comes on every Sunday.
All right, well, Neil Mount Pleasure, that guy is from Charleston, and then, of course, the great John Koseka is from Valpo, and then, of course, Airtight Ski Pole from the West Side.
West Side.
Love all those guys, and then more. So I don't think we can necessarily talk to Rhett or Macho Man to see if their mics have been remedied. I do have their mics on, but I don't hear them talking. They may not talk.
He's working on wires.
Do they have an idea? Did the rats chew through the wires?
I think you might have guessed it.
What do you mean?
That's what Macho Man just sent me in the messenger.
What?
Wires chewed. And
Are the rats back?
And please have the pots off for now. He needs to solder them.
Oh, okay. Everybody's off now. Yeah, the rats are back.
For real?
Rats are back.
Back again.
Rats
Guess
are
who's
back.
back?
Rats are back.
Tell a
Rats are
friend.
back. Rhett did find the area that they were coming into, which was really, really close to to the main wire that brings all electricity into the building.
Ooh.
And he got. I think are those wires insulated, Lummy?
Yeah, probably the ones running to the building are.
Yeah. Anyway, he got very close. Of course, I was on the ground, just hoping that he didn't kill himself. So he did secure the area that we felt again, this. We may sound glamorous and all, but we're just this is just literally a big warehouse. Before I bought this place and then lost it, and Mark Tate bought it, it was just a big limousine warehouse. It was in where we're sitting at right now was a 3-bay or a 4-bay garage where they worked on the limos.
Julie's Limousines?
No, it wasn't Julie. It wasn't Julie Limousine, but it was some limousine company. And I bought it from them in 2009 or 10. Took a year to rehab it. To get it, because I basically built a concrete studio inside of a warehouse. So, warehouses. Lummy, if we had Bubba and Lummy's oil change and tire service here, like SOS Automotive, it's a shop.
Yeah,
and so there's probably all kinds of rats in there.
Doors are all open.
Yeah.
Have you thought about hiring a varmint catcher?
No.
An exterminator?
I mean, they're gonna. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do the same thing we're doing. They're gonna set up traps.
But they know what they're doing. That's the difference.
Oh.
Well, we've caught a bunch. We just didn't know the actual area came in. We found it.
Yeah. So the rats will be diminishing, but while they're still here, they're wreaking havoc on everything. And maybe they've even chewed the TV circuitry for all I know. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
So with the rats, if you're setting the traps, the best thing to do, because the rats are pretty smart, you want to pre-bait those traps. So you want to set the traps up without setting them, but put bait on the traps for like 7 days. And then you'll gain the trust of the rats. And then after the 7th day, you set the traps with the same bait for 3 days, and then you'll start catching them. And after 3 days, you go back to just pre-baiting without setting them. So you kind of rotate back and through, or back and forth.
The ones that we have work pretty good. So, I don't have 7 days to wait for this stupid rat. I don't. I like to catch him in day, 1, 2, or 3.
I'm pre-baiting right now.
And no sticky traps. The sticky traps are not good for rats. As soon as they get, they'll run off those sticky traps, then they'll learn and they won't go back to them. So you probably need a professional on this, honestly, because
we're not using sticky traps, and the traps we're using, we are getting them.
Yeah, we are. We got 2 of them in
You're
one
getting the dumb ones. The smart ones are the ones chewing through your stuff. Clearly.
Well, sir, we can't afford.
I heard Calta just trained a bunch of rats. Released them into your studio.
Lummy, that's a major.
He's like the Pied Piper.
Oh no!
I mean,
Lummy, that's you know what that is. That's a goddamn -2 right there. Is what it is. Because he doubled down on the stupidityness.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
I mean, there's got to be a Bubba Army out there that's in professional pest control.
I don't know, man. I mean, they're gonna set up rats. I got some spray that, like, supposedly they hate peppermint and
that works.
No, it really as much as you're laughing, Brian. Like if you spray your building or where they're coming in at, or your attic, or like with this certain type of peppermint. Rat. They hate.
Smell like Christmas all year.
Yeah, it'll smell like a. But I don't mind. I don't mind the smell of peppermint. Yeah.
Mommy, go to the store and buy some bubble gum and put it all over the place.
So, anyway, sir, go ahead.
Yep. Have a good day. No,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me more. Tell me more. I'm in the rat. I'm obviously in the rat business heavily.
But exclusion is key too. You got to make sure somebody walks that building, and any entry point has to be, you have to use like wire mesh or something they can't chew through.
Yeah, Big Red supposedly is, and then I'm going to have Creatine Travis go ahead and look at it again, this weekend as he's doing the air. So, this whole radio empire is built on a community of about 10 people, So,
but I mean,
we're barely hanging on, buddy. We're banging. I mean, we're the only national major content provider radio syndicate that has a rat issue in their studios. I mean, iHeart and Beasley and Audacity and none of those have. You don't hear their radio hosts saying, "Oh, we caught 2 rats today." But we do.
Well, it's an old building, so yeah. Just key is put a call out to Bubba Army. Somebody in Bubba Army does professional pest control, rat exclusion. I'm sure they could help you out pro bono.
We need help. I mean, let me if we did have a professional rat, or a professional rodent deal, because I own my own network, I could give them, some ads for free. You know what I'm saying? Or for barter, nonetheless.
That's a great idea, right there.
Too.
Yeah.
Anyway, buddy, thank you for the suggestion. I am spraying the building and the attic down with peppermint spray that's supposed to come in today. We have 6 of these traps. They've been fairly effective, but.
Some disinfectant because they like to follow urine trails. So disinfectant to kill off to disinfect the urine trails, that'll help out too.
That explains why they're running up Lummy's legs.
No, I don't know what that is.
All right, just want to give you a couple suggestions, guys. You have a good day.
Thank you. Well, so what's up with this Titan submersible? Like, aren't they saying that they're gonna, if they are alive? This is what I've gathered from it, and you guys can. I didn't necessarily get a video story of it.
That's I think from a couple days ago, or is that from yesterday's prep?
The only thing you sent me today, I think, was this right here.
Well, this is the one I sent. I definitely sent one with the video. I'll resend.
Resend me
immediately.
Aren't they saying that today
they're going to run out of air at like 7 a.m.?
They run out of air. I
don't know at what time.
They're probably 10 minutes from running out of air.
Well, I don't know if it's our 7 a.m. or if it's like,
London 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Brian, have you seen this commercial?
7 a.m. Yeah.
Brian, have you seen this commercial? 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? This Florida Department of Transportation PSA?
For aggressive driving?
Yeah, listen. And, did you ever look up how much they've spent on this?
Distance.
Yeah.
Embrace the space.
It says their whole TV budget was like $3.2 million. It didn't break down that exact commercial.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night. I'm Jerika Duncan in for Nora.
All right, so Anna, this is as of last night.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. I love Jerika Duncan. I'm looking up that skirt.
Daddy life.
Mm-hmm. I've never been with an African-American woman. It's one of the things I'd like to do before I die.
Begin tonight with a desperate search for that missing submersible vessel.
God, she looks good, doesn't she?
It was carrying 5 pounds.
She didn't have a ring on either. Who's Jerika Duncan dating? She's probably dating somebody from Brooklyn Nets or something.
Passengers and disappeared during an expedition to the sunken wreckage of the Titanic.
Now, I got to be honest with you.
Don't lie.
I don't know. Like, as you get older, and Brian, you probably don't. Or like when you didn't have a kid or a wife and you were rolling hard the way you used to roll. And I know how you used to roll. You go to Vegas and you would, have
threesomes.
You'd have threesomes and strippers. And, you're a lawyer. You were a young lawyer, had some, and you had you had money because it was just even though you didn't make as much as you do now as a partner, you only had yourself to take care of, so you had money.
Yep.
And the things that you will do when you're younger and don't have necessarily the responsibilities that you have as you're older, maybe at 25, 30, I might have go, yeah, I'll go down in a submarine. Hell yeah. I mean, I got air in there.
You jumped out of a plane at 600 pounds.
I jumped out of a plane at 600 pounds.
So
I don't know, man. I don't know if I haven't turned into a scaredy cat, but I'm more calculated on what I may possibly do. Would you do this?
No.
I wouldn't.
No.
Hell no.
I wouldn't do one of these space deals either.
They all died in a homemade submarine.
That's a push. Let me push. But like I wouldn't go. You know how they have these where you can pay $1 zillion and get in one of these capsules.
Well,
and
that's exactly what that is.
Well, no, I'm talking about going up in space.
The Hamish, whatever the guy's name is, he went up in Blue Horizon or whatever, the homemade Blue Origin, the spaceship that Bezos had or whatever.
And isn't there a lot of things that could go wrong there too?
Yeah. This guy's just a billionaire who's bored with life. He's had everything he wanted, so now he's doing stuff like this.
Yeah,
is that the Pakistani guy?
He was Hamish, whatever the British billionaire, I think, whose kid is like posting Blink 182 videos.
Oh, Lummy, I got 81390 Bubba. That's my phone studio lines. Maybe I got a rodent guy here, Lummy, that wants to do a little barter. Hello.
Bubba Sponge, what? Tell you what you get to get some feral cats.
Feral cats.
We can't get feral cats because I bring Bella to work most days and let her roll out back and have fun, have a lot of outside time. And she has ran off all the feral cats because they think she's a 81-pound black monster because she rolls around, Lummy, like an 81-pound black monster, does she not?
Yes, she does.
She has, honest to God, she has given Baby the goat PTSD.
Yes.
That's for real.
What do you think a cat's going to do?
Yeah.
Not going to be here.
Hello. If I could teach her how to catch rats, it'd be great. Who's this?
You're worried about those rats, but you got a female rat face on the show itself.
Yeah. But you know what? I like that female rat face, so I'll deal with it, my friend. And you know the thing about it is, you've never even come close to being with anybody as attractive as Anna. Ever. Rat face and all. You know all you do is just sit there and masturbate all day. And you can call Anna a rat face all you want, but you know what? You'll never, ever have the swagger or the looks or the skill set to be able to attract a woman like Anna. So call her all the names you want. You know what? You're watching us now, aren't you? You loser.
Thanks, Bobs.
No problem. No problem, rat face.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? It's Hot Carl. Don't Google me.
Hey, Hot Carl. Don't Google me.
Well, that guy was really unnecessary. But about the submarine, I mean, dude, you think that these billionaires or whatever, they go down on this mission? It has to, I'm not being a conspiracy theorist here, but it has to be some distraction, because how the hell do they not put some sophisticated GPS tracker or
I just don't know how they didn't put. I mean,
how do they?
I don't know how they don't tether it.
So it's a submersible. It's not truly
it's
not truly a submarine. It's a submersible, and it should have been tethered.
Aren't they worried it's going to get tangled?
That's part of the issue, though, is that they didn't follow any of the protocol or guidelines at all. So they have one little observation window in the front. The company that manufactured that particular window is only rated to 1,300 meters. They're going 4,000 meters down to see the Titanic. So they had a whistleblower that worked at the company that called them out, and they fired him. And they had the opportunity to pay that company more money to make an observation window that would be rated to 4,000 meters, and they didn't bother paying the money for it.
And they're using a $30 video game controller.
Well, that I've come to learn is actually pretty normal. Apparently, the U.S. military uses Xbox-style controllers all the time for various things like drones and stuff.
Well, they're very I say that if something's very well designed,
ergonomic.
They're very ergonomic. I mean, don't think that people that have designed gaming controls that millions of kids and adults are going tens of millions of people are going to have in their hands, that they have not gone through the latest technology to figure out what feels the best, right?
Yeah, but to use that to control
yeah, but I mean, you may not
a capsule with lives in
all
it.
right, so it's not made out of plastic. It's made out of, metal or carbon
I mean, I don't know
fiber.
anything about this stuff. It seemed odd to me. That's
Here we go.
all.
Hold on. This one.
Coast Guard officials say they have detected underwater noises for the second straight day. The sounds, which have been described as banging noises, have given rescuers hope, but they admit they don't know the source of the noises. Now, more ships and other vessels are being moved into the area to assist in what authorities are still calling.
Now, where is the original launch ship? Is it out there too?
Yeah, it was out there.
Or do they just say, okay, we got to get out of here?
No, they've been out there, but
what
so they know
really
the
do?
general area.
Now, do they have any?
These guys are screwed.
No, hold on. But what I'm saying, Brian, is does the launch ship, the ship that that the submarine was on when they threw it off they had like a launching process, I think, so a pontoon deal.
No, you know what their launching process is? Everybody leans to one side of the sub, and it unlocks the ballast and allows them to go into the water.
All right, so
that's their launching.
They roll off as if you caught a manatee and you're rolling them off the deck, right?
Yeah.
All right, so they manatee off, and then I'm assuming that they stay there. And let's say nothing went wrong. Nothing went wrong. They went down. They looked at the Titanic. They drove around the Titanic a little bit. They're like, oh my God, we're looking at the Titanic. And then they, came back up, and the launch ship grabbed them, and they manateed back on, and they're all having champagne and comparing their pictures right now, right? That's probably how it was supposed to go, right? How long was the initial mission? When did they throw them in the water?
So they go down.
They threw them in the water Sunday,
and they go down for it's about 8 hours because it takes a little time to go. That ship moves at about 3.5 miles an hour.
Where do they go potty?
Hold on. So Brian, it's a one-day willy at best.
It's a one-day willy
at best.
Yep.
And so probably during sunlight hours. Meaning, we're going to, as soon as the sun set.
Down there, you can't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it probably.
No, the ship's got light. There is no light down there where they're at.
I know, but still.
Sunday morning is when it lost submerged.
So then when they come up, it's still light out.
It's still light out, and you can see where they're. I mean, maybe they're a few hundred yards away, and you can visually see them pop up, because there's a little bit of light left, as compared to they pop up at 5 in the morning and you can't see, or 3 in the morning and you can't see them. But anyway, so it was supposed to be an 8-hour deal, right?
Yeah.
And
an 8-hour tour.
And how much did this company charge these people?
$250,000.
And there were 4 or 5 of them.
5.
Well, there's 5 on board. I think one of them's the pilot, and then the other 4.
One of them's the CEO of Oceangate.
The CEO.
Yeah.
So were there 3 paid or 4 paid?
Something a little
4
silly?
paid. A French explorer, not Jacques Cousteau.
No, Jock would have had that thing up by now.
A billionaire and his son, and Professor and Marianne. And that was everybody on board.
Do you want to see something a little silly?
Yeah.
There you go.
This is
kind of ties into
Titanic Tour CEO didn't hire 50-year-old white guys because they weren't inspirational.
Yeah, he hired a bunch of young. He said he wanted a diverse. He wanted diversity. Building the
what diversity kills.
You inspire me, Bubba.
Me?
Yeah, you're 50-year-old white guy.
He didn't want to hire military experienced guys.
Yeah, that'd be dumb.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah.
No, so
they got a 25-year-old guy from the Bronx.
Submersibles.
So they didn't hire a 57-year-old guy that had spent 30 years on a submarine for the U.S. military that that has I don't know 10,000 hours in a below the sea. No. We're not hiring. I want to hire Jerome from the Bronx so we can get some diversity action around here, right?
Yeah, I haven't listened to this, so I don't know what it says.
All right, hold on here.
Business. One of the things you'll find, there are other sub operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational, and I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology.
So he's saying, basically like what you said, Anna, he's not Lummy, $75 on the PayPal.
No, thank you.
That came from Michael Bealey. Good morning, team. Please put this
we can train.
Put this towards your professional rat control. Keep up the great work.
John McGrew, 10 on the Venmo.
We're hoping that we can get us a
barter deal.
A barter deal. I mean, didn't we used to have an exterminator that was Bubba Army?
Yeah, he moved away.
Oh, he did?
He moved to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Someone to pilot the sub. We use a game controller. So
I mean,
anybody
for real?
can drive the sub.
Yeah, and you know what? That's not even a game controller from this decade.
No, that's a Logitech F70. It's a decent gaming controller, universal Bluetooth. It kind of works, but
and again, it's ergonomically friendly.
Right.
Anybody can drive the sub.
Hey, Brian, moving forward, as we have 3 more hours left in the show, are you doing the after show?
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, I do.
Then I will.
Okay, but can you try to get pops and not get strikes?
Yeah, can you try to be actually good?
Can you try to be funny and not mean and charmy?
I'm just
asking.
I try to be like an average Major League Baseball player. If I hit 1 out of 4, I'm doing good.
1 out of 4 doesn't work in entertainment. 1 out of 4. If you're Anna knows more about stand-up comedians than I do. That's kind of, and I wouldn't say that's your niche, but you are into stand-up comedians
More than I am about sports.
You know exactly. You know kind of the landscape of, 1, your favorites, and 2, the landscape of the stand-up comedian world.
Mm-hmm.
If a stand-up comedian only has 1 out of 4 jokes that he gets a laugh, or he's not going to be in stand-up, or her. They're not going to be in stand-up much longer.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Brian, it has to be far better than 1 for 4.
Yeah, and you got Dr. Dan coming tomorrow, so you guys,
and he's what's his score right now?
For this week, -4.
And what's Brian right already?
-1.
Can you just, when you're on, can you just try to have a better score than Dan? And he's got 3 times more the opportunity to piss me off.
Well, he also has 3 times more the opportunity to score.
All right, so the guy.
And I thought my -2, I'm not going to get into it too much, but I thought it was a little harsh. I thought that the sabotage, the saboteur.
I mean, technically, we do have a rule about arguing what Bubba decides.
Yeah.
Technically?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
just take your lumps. Don't argue.
I'm taking my lumps. I just thought, -2 is harsh. Whatever.
A search and rescue.
You always bring that one guy up, and I'm just like, that just really makes me see red.
Red?
No. Yeah, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Lummy, a PayPal notification.
Oh yes, let's go. A big one.
Hold on. This my phone's updating right now too, so you guys are killing me. Please read the rest of the text where I sent just 75. Please, thank you. God, guys, please. Michael Beal. Good morning, team. Please put this towards the professional rat. You guys, see, this is where you guys become disruptive and entitled. Keep up the great work. Yeah, I mean, sir,
Was he putting me over in it?
I can't. It's not letting me view the rest of the message for whatever reason. Don't forget, Michael Beal, that my phone is updating right now, okay? Thank you for the $75. I'm going to put it towards the rat thing. It says, keep up the great work. I can't see anything more past that. It's not letting me see more than that, okay?
He texted me. He said, Babyface is the best. Love him on the show. You need to have him on more often. There you go. There's the rest of the text.
Including a robot capable of reaching the ocean floor more than 2 miles down. If those on board are still alive, time is clearly running out. It's believed the passengers might only have enough oxygen to survive until Thursday morning.
So that's today.
Mm-hmm. CBS's Roxana Saberi will start us off tonight from Boston. Good evening, Roxana.
Good evening, Jerika. Search teams today battled tough conditions, wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour.
David Wright, 45 on a cash app.
Thank you.
Did you miss it? You did. Indeed, you did. Say it. I missed it.
Will Wilson, 25 on the cash app.
David
just came in.
But David White, you missed.
Yeah, which he put for love you, Lummy, love you, Bubba.
Mm-hmm.
But the Coast Guard says they're still treating this as a search and rescue operation.
Now, Brian, let me ask you a question. Is there huge civil situations with this?
Probably not.
Do you think they had to sign a waiver?
I mean, of course. There is inherent risk that you're not coming up if you go down that far. So, this is reasonably foreseeable given the circumstances. Now, with what we're learning about
there's
the whistleblower,
there's no negligence.
Well, it could be gross negligence, and there could be punitive damages. But the company's CEO is dead.
When you go to gross negligence, isn't that like a multiplier?
It's criminal, and it triggers the potential for punitive damages.
Right. That's where you get to money.
That's where you get a judgment. I don't know that you're going to get any money out of it.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, judge, but that's where. When the word punitive comes up, that's
punitive.
that's the kicker that you lawyers are looking for.
Yeah.
Like if you had a guy that was driving a motorcycle and a truck ran over him, an Amazon truck ran over him, and his family decided to sue Amazon, and you're in front of a jury, you can get a certain amount of damages, but if the jury kicks on the punitive, you're like, man, that's what we want.
So I got to ask you this,
right?
Bubba. Yeah. All of us are stuck down there. The four of us and a pilot are stuck down there. We were stupid enough to go on this. And there's 5 days worth of oxygen for all of us. At what point in the 5 days that they've now been down there are you starting to kill us off? Like there's five of us can live 5 days off the oxygen supply in there. But could one person live a longer period of time because there'd be more oxygen?
I think you kill that CEO the day of.
No, you don't want to kill him because you want him to be alive so that if we do make it, we can sue him. So me and you get together, Brian, and we kill Lummy.
Yeah.
Because think of how much that mouth breather.
And then secondly, my breath for you though, Bubba.
You don't. Would you breathe into my mouth for me? Would you give me your breath?
Yes.
Yes.
And that swarminess over there wouldn't do that for you.
So that's carbon dioxide.
Well, he's giving you carbon dioxide. He's trying to kill you, Bubba.
Shut up, Brian.
I think we would say. I think we would have a little group meeting and say, listen, guys, before we kill one of us, let's just sit here and
hang out.
Play Yahtzee.
Let's. Anna, did you bring those ricin tablets that I had you get?
No, I forgot them at home.
You did?
I'm sorry.
That's not a bad idea to have on there, though.
I was thinking have
real.
a gun, like something. Cyanide.
Something.
Yep.
Like a gun.
Yep.
Lummy, here's the deal. I'm going to shoot everybody, then I'll shoot myself. But then I don't shoot myself and I have enough air to make it. Now, Brian, would you get charged for murder? Like if they came back up, or could you? They wouldn't be able to prove who did it because you'd be like, "Well, I'll tell you what happened, Lummy." And then while you're down there, you got all this time, so you take the gun and you make sure you have no gun residue on you. And actually, you say, "Lummy, grab this gun," and then shoot yourself in the head. And Lummy, I'd make you do that.
Yeah, of course.
And you would.
Yeah.
And then I would use your hand to shoot Anna and Brian. And then when they came up, Brian, I wouldn't have I wouldn't necessarily have much gun residue on my hands. And I'd be like, you wouldn't believe what happened, man. Lummy shot Anna, Brian, and then shot himself.
And I was trying to get the gun from him, and that's why I got residue on my hands.
I was like, don't shoot Brian. Anna's okay, but don't shoot Brian. And he was like, I gotta. And then he started to shoot himself. I'm like, no, don't shoot yourself, buddy. We're going to make it. And then he shot himself. Brian, there'd be no way to refute that.
I guess they could study the angles of the bullets and all of that, but you're in a tiny tin
unless
tube.
They got surveillance on there.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, because if they did, they would be able to see him being. Now, is there? Here, let's watch the rest here. Hold on.
There have been multiple reports of noises.
The underwater banging sounds detected by Canadian planes for a second day are sparking flickers of hope in the search for the missing submersible. A team of experts is trying to figure out where they're coming from.
Human sounds, nature sounds, and it's very difficult to discern what the source of those noises are at times.
The Coast Guard also can't rule out the sounds could be coming from the Titanic itself.
Yeah, they got people down there beating on hammers still trying to get out. They probably got some old skeletons that had a hammer in their hand and just the waves make them go bing, bing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Think about how big that the Titanic is. There's all kinds of noises that are coming out of there.
Skeletons with hammers.
Yeah. Can you imagine how much of a smart ass you'd be if you were like a you had like a 60-foot open fish, and you'd go out here by this, and you'd just start like, having a party and making noises, so they couldn't. Well, they would pretty much arrest you, wouldn't they?
I was saying, say a smartass or a psychopath
or a jailed individual, right?
I don't know that it's criminal to go out there and make noises. I don't know who has jurisdiction out there.
Yeah, but it's international waters,
right?
So
party on.
Well, I'm sure they would say that it's an ongoing investigation and you're impeding an investigation.
Who has jurisdiction?
IPOOL, whatever the hell it's called. Interpool. Interpool.
That's the new Apple pool that they have.
It's the rec site.
The iPool. Well, hey, Brian, I know you don't like going to the geek lab, but man, the iPool is nothing but hot bitches that have iPhones.
Then I might get an iPhone.
And you can only get in if you got an iPhone, and these bitches are dimes. All the Instagram Tampa bitches are there. Brian, you might be getting an iPhone.
I would never deal with an Instagram.
The Titanic, so there is a lot of metal and
Rear Admiral. Man, you know what? Rear Admiral is probably a very, very cool job to have, but man, tell me you don't get ribbed for that all your life.
Yeah.
I mean, right? I mean, like, can I just be a front admiral? Or can I just be is a rear admiral more powerful than just an admiral? Because I'd be like, hey, can I just be an admiral? Because every time I go to the bar and I tell them a rear admiral, I got to take like 15 jokes in a row, right?
And different objects in the water around this site.
The search area is now 2 times the size of Connecticut and up to 2.5 miles deep, deeper than stacking nearly 9 Empire State buildings.
Nearly.
With potentially just hours to go before.
These are the 5 people in it?
Yeah.
Harmosh, Harding, and a couple Daewoo's. A Rush and a Nargile
for the Titan's 5 passengers.
Paul Henry.
Run out of.
Which one was the billionaire that has more money than he knows?
That's Hamish and Shahzada Dawood. And then Solomon Dawood is the son, 19 years old. And then you've got this 73-year-old Ocean.
Who's the CEO?
That's Stockton Rush.
Rush.
First of all, talk about like a villain name from a bad 80s movie. Stockton Rush just bought the ski resort.
He was the guy that's trying to shoot down Red October.
Yeah.
Oxygen. At least 8 more rescue ships are joining the international.
Don't you think that before you came up with... Now, is this the first voyage of this particular craft?
No, apparently they've been going since 2021, I believe.
All right. But wouldn't you just make it I used to have an airplane, and if you know anything about airplanes or airlines, they have a backup, usually on a backup. Really, they have at least a backup for everything. Even your landing gear on our plane. Like, Brian, if it didn't come down, they literally had this little compartment in between the captain and the co-captain seat that you lift up, and it has a wrench. It had like this wrench that you could literally manually crank your stuff down. So in aviation, there is usually a backup to a backup. So don't you think that, man, they would have double backed up everything on here?
Well,
right?
I mean, how do you back up the failed window that's not designed to go down that far?
That in itself, you said it was designed to go 1,300 meters, and this is 4,000 meters?
Yeah.
I mean, that in itself is the most glaring issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's like saying, you know what, Brian? I got Gus on his Camry has whatever rated tires because, the tires are rated for speed. Dan's tires on his Ferrari are rated, to not fall apart at 100, whereas, Gus at 130 or 120, however fast you get him going, his poor little tires aren't made for that. So they could literally come apart at the seams. But Dan's tires, he's got those Z-rated Willies. I mean, they're made to go 300 miles an hour before, basically the tread separating, right?
Yeah.
So it would be like you're pushing something 3 times the limit of what it's rated at, right? Because 1,300 compared to 4,000 is what, nearly 3.5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's the biggest flaw.
It's 3 times. Yeah.
3 times. They should never have allowed this. And have they gone down this far with that particular 13?
2 other times.
Yeah. This is their third.
Hold on. Which probably, I don't even know anything, Brian, about materials, but if you use something, multiple times, it weakens,
yeah,
right?
The stress and the pressure from it all, yeah.
Right. So unless they changed out that front windshield, that 3 times lowly rated front windshield, after each time, it had a certain amount of stress put on it 2 other times.
When they went out last year, the reporter that was on there said they lost communication with the main ship for 2.5 hours.
Effort and a French deep diving.
Now, how deep were they? Well, they were scheduled to go all the way down to the Titanic,
2.5 miles.
So, and how many feet or meters?
It's 4,000 meters, roughly, 13,000, 15,000 feet.
Right.
14, 15,000
So they were
feet.
scheduled to get down there, look around, have a day, have some lunch, and it was going to be an 8-hour excursion. It's kind of like Gilligan's Island. It's supposed to be an 8-hour tour, and now everybody's dead. I never watched they should bring Gilligan's Island back where they all die.
God, that's a short show, man.
But they never had any closure on Gilligan's Island, did they?
I think they got off the island.
What was the last episode of Let me ask. Hey, Alexa, what was the last episode of Gilligan's Island outcome?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the last episode of the show, Gilligan the Goddess, aired on April 17, 1967, and ended just like the rest, with the castaways still stranded on the island.
Yeah.
Poor Gillian and his friends.
Well, they did a movie where they went to celebrate it. I think they explained in the movie how they got off, and then they went back out and shipwrecked again.
Rescue from Gilligan's Island, 1978, and then there was the castaways. They rehashed it.
Yeah.
But it looks like after the fact they got off.
I wanted to
and
blast,
then they went back.
I wanted to blast Marianne so bad. That was my girl, Marianne. Although I thought Ginger was a little sluttier.
Erica's got a little Marianne thing going on.
Stop.
I'm just saying.
Robot that can operate on the ocean floor.
She's far tougher than Marianne. That's a tough little bitch right there.
Marianne was a tough little country girl.
That's true.
Set to arrive tonight.
That's what my girl is. A tough little country girl. Is that now? That is the machine that's going down to try to find sounds, right? This is what this is. Or is this a search sub that's manned? This right here.
Search and rescue mission 100%.
What is that?
I think that's the robot that they're sending
We are
down.
smack dab in the middle of search and rescue.
Search teams are unsure.
Now, Brian, is the Coast Guard keeping a bill here? Like, will they bill this company? Or is this just a national tragedy that we're trying to, think about how much money the U.S. Coast Guard and the U.S. government's paying to try to find these people.
No, because the company...
You don't get a bill?
The company had CETO insurance, so they're good.
Give them one.
If the vessel is sitting on...
See, you're a streaky hitter. You're like Dave Kingman. You either strike out or you knock it on Waverly. One of the two.
On the bottom of the ocean. Where
Did you understand the Waverly reference?
Yeah.
You did? Am I the only one that understood it? Me and you?
Well, the Kingman reference I got.
Yeah.
Waverly is the same thing.
No. You know what Waverly is?
Oh, Waverly is the road in Chicago,
Yes.
right? Or,
If you knock it over left field, it ends on Waverly. If you hit one inside the park, it stays inside Wrigley. But if you really knock it,
I got it.
It literally, there's houses that get their windows knocked out. Dave Kingman knocked out 100 windows on Waverly Avenue. So you didn't necessarily.
No, I did. It took me a second, but then I got it.
No, you didn't get it because I had to explain it.
You didn't explain. You said, wait, you didn't know what Waverly was?
The conditions are near freezing and pitch black.
You're trying to find a special rock that might look like a rock on a sonar system.
Captain David Marquet was the naval commander of the submarine USS Santa Fe.
I think the most likely scenario, unfortunately, is they will not be found in time.
Oceangate, whose CEO and founder...
Well, he's Johnny Optimistic, is he not?
Well, that guy applied for the job. He was the 50-year-old they turned down.
That's right.
Yeah, so he's bitter.
Hello.
Hey, Bubba. This is Charles. Hey, I was just calling you because yesterday at the end of the show, I was worried about you, and I got to tell you, man, you got to quit taking Ozempic, man. That stuff... You know what that medicine does? It slows down your digestion so that there's food in your gut for much longer than 2 hours, and it's poisoning you. It's poisoning you.
Buddy, my issues that I'm having right now in life has nothing to do with Ozempic. Nothing.
Your gut is totally tied to everything mental in your body.
Listen, The first thing, appreciate you, and my gut's big. The first thing that's been on my mind, which I did get some closure on yesterday, is that the polyp, that the little, the not just the single polyp, but the what are they called, sessioles, the little gathering of polyps that they found in my rectum. Which the closer it is to your rectum, the potential bigger issue it is. I got the results back yesterday, and they were benign. So I don't have colon cancer, and I don't have to poop in a bag. So that was some good news. And I'm dealing with some other stuff. This IRS issue has got me freaked out. These rats have got me freaked out. We're transitioning into some, different distribution methods. So I got a lot going on. What, Lummy?
Macho would like to ask if you could pot him up real quick.
They're all up.
Hello, Power Pig. Hello, can you hear me?
All right. Nope.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, hold on.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, I'm burning.
Hold on. Rhett.
Power Pig on fire.
Rhett.
Hello.
All right, Rhett, shut up. First of all, you're sounding stupid. Secondly, you're now on not your mic. You're on what would be probably Jay's mic or Macho. You're on Macho's mic. Did you know that? Are you speaking on your own microphone because the pot that you
Yes.
All right, well, the pot that you come up on is Macho's pot.
Macho said it's the wrong cable.
So you're
Pot
gonna
them
swap
down.
cables.
All right, so I'm going to turn you all down again. You guys start swapping away and let me know when you want me to do another test. And don't act like you're a hillbilly from the Power Pig.
10-4.
Just act like you're an educated ginger that's holding a dog, okay?
10-4.
All right, no. And stop at what are you?
Over and out.
Lummy?
Yes.
A strike for the 10-4 gimmick.
Oh, man.
I hate 10-4s.
Yes.
Rogers, 10-4s, yesers. I hate all that.
Over and out.
Yes, it's kind of fun.
Not from him.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you, Rhett. I didn't even give him the opportunity to say yes, you.
Yeah.
All right, so here, continuing on our Titanic Willie.
Stockton Rush was piloting the submersible has faced criticism.
Now, Brian, is there a chance that if that window broke, they're down there, looking at the Titanic or on their way down there, they're real far down, unsurvivable? At what part is unsurvivable?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a diver, but I imagine anything past like 1,000 meters or 1,500 meters.
Can we use feet? Because I can't.
So just multiply it by 3 pretty much.
No, I'm just asking you
to multiply it by 3.
3,000 feet. I don't know what's safe. Like before you get like the bends and stuff coming up and the pressure's too much.
Hey,
but here's the thing. They don't have scuba gear. Like that thing opens. They're dead. They're dead. And if it opened just cracked open, that could crush it.
Now, is it true they're saying it could literally suck itself into like a Coke can size deal?
I don't know. Smashed like a pancake.
Not that small, but probably would get pretty crushed up.
Insurvivable.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, they're dead. If that window failed, they're dead.
Yeah.
There's no. There's no scenario where they're not.
Why wouldn't they? Even if you had scuba gear down there, just the pressure, your body couldn't withstand the pressure.
Yeah.
Right.
Just get squished.
So even if you have a mechanism to breathe, the atmospheric pressure down there is so great that I don't think your skeletal.
That's why you need the titanium steel to go down there to
Right.
protect you.
According to 2018 court filings, a former employee said he was fired after voicing concerns about the Titan, saying it posed potential danger to passengers as it reached extreme depths. The same year, engineer Bart Kemper signed a draft letter from the Marine Technology Society, warning Oceangate that its submersible hadn't passed safety standards.
Again, Brian, all of this is going to be a civil issue if you have all this documentation of all these potential problems before you launched, right? I mean, billionaire families just don't let companies off the hook because they sign some kind of form. When you sign that, probably that hold harmless form, it's very extensive. It's assuming that you are in equipment that is, worthy, that it's not going to be an equipment failure, right? Or could you draft up something that said, didn't matter what happens?
It's different. It's different when something bad happens that's reasonably foreseeable, but the company did everything right? Like
not when you're firing whistleblowers that are
no,
bringing
that's
up
what I'm saying.
Concerns.
In this case, it's very, very clear that the company did not do everything right.
Right.
That they cut corners, that they didn't get certified, they didn't get, they were told by the company the window's not rated to 4,000 meters.
They're hiring 25-year-old guys from Brooklyn to fly to,
screw experience. We want diversity.
We don't want to hire the rear admiral that has 35 years experience.
It's one thing if you're hiring like a customer service rep at your company. It's a whole other thing if you're hiring a guy to
in charge of life,
in charge of people's safety.
Hold on, in charge of billionaires, because again, billionaires' families just don't go away with, hey, Johnny Billionaire signed a waiver. They got armies of Brian Matronis that'll say, man, we will shoot right through that waiver, right?
Well, you'll shoot through it by saying and convincing a court that waiver did not waive gross negligent conduct on the part of the company.
They have floors of smart men like you that are ready to blow holes in that waiver, right?
Yes.
They just don't go away and be like, oh, Johnny Billionaire died because he signed a waiver. Rich people don't go away that easy, my friend.
It's not a tourist submarine. It follows no code and follows no jurisdiction.
In court documents.
Well, I would think that, man, the first code is everything starts and stops with every piece of that equipment. From the exterior to the window to anything
to the wall,
from the window to the wall. Yeah. Everything is rated for that depth. That's where everything starts and stops, right? It would be foolish. Going back to aviation, you and I, Brian, are on a Cessna 172. After 12,000 feet, there is no more oxygen. You can't. The plane can't go any higher than that. You're gonna die. And performance-wise, too, I don't think it can fly that high. But I say, hey, Brian, let's go up to 22,000. Well, it's not made for that. It's just not made for that. So, again, I don't know. I don't know that this submarine was made to go this deep. If you just go with the window, there's only one observation window, right? Yes. I mean, there's only one, and that's what everybody wants to look at. In fact, that's probably the most important piece on the entire, other than the propulsion and to get you down there and stuff. Everybody that paid, was it $250,000?
Yeah. There was $1 million worth of fees paid to go on that trip.
And it wasn't just to go down there and be in a little capsule with your best friend. It was so that you had a certain amount of time to be able to peer through that window to look at the Titanic. Yeah. I'm gonna turn all you guys off over there. I got you all off. That right? So that window arguably is their business. That window is their business. Nobody's going to pay $250,000 to dive down to the Titanic if there isn't a window to see it.
My guess is that whatever the 4,000 meter rated window would have been distorted or less visible. And so they made a business decision not to do that. And when you get into the internal communications in the company, which will ultimately happen.
Where Johnny email sent, where Johnny tech sent Johnny salesman, hey, listen, if we were to put a 4,000 one here, it's going to be so thick and hard to see through that I don't know that you're going to be able to sell. I mean, you're not going to be able to see hardly anything. Yep. But if we put a 1,300 Willie on here, man, you can see everything.
Yep. And that's what I think it's going to come down to is that they cut corners. I mean, he's on there bragging about how they got like used pipes and stuff from RV World to equip on the submarine.
Nice. It's filed this April. Oceangate said its submersible was capable of diving the depth to the Titanic site with what it called a comfortable safety margin. Jerika, even if rescue crews find the Titan, it would still be a challenge to bring it to the surface.
Well, now hold on. Why would it be a challenge to bring it to the surface?
Because what is going down there to pull something up 2.5 miles?
Big ass crane with a big ass hook.
And how? Okay. Yeah, Brian. Where are you getting that crane, and how are you getting it out 900 miles offshore?
Hold on. Have you driven across the Howard Franklin? They got big ass cranes they put on barges all the time. They barge out a big crane.
Yeah,
and they drop it. Those cranes. They're cable.
And who's down there hooking the cable and the crane up to the
It's kind of like the claw machine thing. You just you take a chance.
You send David Markham, the best heavy equipment operator that I know, down there with a claw gimmick on the end of the feed, and he's trying to claw it.
I got 50 cents left. This is our last try here. Here we go.
Man, and I really want that stuffed animal. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is Charles.
Yes, Charles.
That sub's probably laying on that side over there because some guy that was taking Ozempic, because there's 4 people at that one end.
Charles, stop calling me on the phone, you mother effer. God, hello.
Jesus.
Hey, Bubba.
This is for you, Charles.
Stop calling me on the phone, you mother. That sub was literally controlled by a $40 controller that you can buy on Amazon.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Yeah, it's like a little.
He said he brought like 4 or 5 of them in there in case they broke.
Yes.
But
Yeah, it's like, I mean, what if the dead zone on the analog stick just grows out?
well, they didn't have GPS on there either.
Cracking yourself up, kid. Appreciate the input. We'll continue. We all died on our little
homemade submarine.
Yeah, we all died on our homemade submarine talk. We'll continue that next.
Why bother with broadcasting excellence when you can have broadcasting decadence instead? The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
What do you do for 5 days stuck on the bottom of the ocean in a tin can with fucking 4 other people? That's crazy.
Heroin.
I mean, heroin?
Yeah.
Hopefully enough to kill yourself.
Like, man, I've heard about it.
I mean,
but then after you get up, you don't got no more, and you're gonna die.
The pissing and shitting alone.
There's like a bucket.
And they got a bucket, and that bucket's gonna fill after 5 days.
You think?
Oh, it's gonna fill. Hey, one session with the bucket with me, and it's half full and smelling enough to kill you. You may take a screwdriver and break that window.
You might want to, yeah.
No, my phone's updating. I think it's an update deal.
No, I know that they weren't eating, but your bowels still have food in them. Like, at some point, you run out of shit, but it probably takes 2 or 3 days, right? Even if you don't eat.
Yeah, when I did my colonoscopy.
I mean, think about how much you shat out. And that's like super speeding up everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been 2 or 3 or 4 days worth of shit.
But at the end of the day, all of that had to go eventually.
Right.
If you're not, and especially if you're not replacing it with anything. So it's all going to come out.
Right.
And, that's probably the least of the worries right now.
I don't know. When you're down there, though, and the little, I mean, what is that thing, like 20 feet by 5 feet? It's like 100 square feet.
Can you eat poop?
No. I mean, you could, but
to live.
Because
there's no nutrients.
Right. Everything's been sucked out of it already. You might get a minuscule amount, but oh god. Oh.
Yeah, I think I'd cut off Anna's fingers and eat that first.
Just her fingers? So she would bleed out still. I mean, at some point.
Yeah, but then think about this. You got all the blood in there, and it's just... God, you just got something... You can't open the door for nothing.
I gotta get my breakfast bar. You're gonna be alone in here for a minute, Bubs.
Oh, who do I need to go talk to?
What do you mean?
Who needs me?
What do you mean?
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Okay, you're back.
Here comes Lummy. He'll take
no,
chat.
No, I gotta go.
I was looking at him. I'm watching his calves while he was working on the wires.
Does he really think rats chewed him? I think people blame the rats for a lot of stuff that happens around here.
Well, he said he's down there soldering up the wires.
That's because he pulled him too hard.
Oh, you think he's just taking that excuse?
Mm-hmm.
Don't blame the poor rats, Macho. Get that. Catastrophic. Big Buck, what's up? Woody Elkhart Rob, Florida, found pound one. ATT sure will. Mr. Graham. Good morning.
Thank you, Greg from Canada.
Murphy's got.
Let's see what's going on.
Somebody took a shit in the green room toilet and didn't flush it.
Not me.
That's fucking Pry Rat.
It's Rhett's dog.
Fucking gross.
Like, for real.
I don't. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put
it looked like they half flushed it, but there was like broken up turd and
Ew.
toilet paper in there.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a fucking blink camera that faces like against the wall by the parking lot that just faces who goes in and out of the fucking toilet. That way you could fucking pinpoint who the last person in there was. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Brian, I could go back and say, let me see who walked in that toilet last.
What was that?
And then, do we have a Rat parody song?
Yeah, Dirtbag Steve.
Love that guy. Oh, I know.
Do we have a Rat song?
Yeah, we do.
Arlene, Fetterman, Call Me, The Bubba Show. I don't have it. Trapper Keeper, Hometown, Moonshine Bandits, John from Naples.
The following broadcast is not for the mocha soy latte drinking, tree hugging, Birkenstock wearing crowd.
I'm not giving you a compliment.
If you tuned in by accident, get the f out of here now before all the beer drinking, whiskey shooting hellraisers find out. This is the
Yeah. I'm asking you personally.
No problem.
For two things.
Yep.
Maybe three.
Okay.
One, continue to work on the pond.
Yes.
Two, supposedly Alex Jones is in Tampa.
Yes, he is.
At some religious. Well, I think he's at the preacher. I think the place that Paula and Randy White, Church Without Walls. This guy, this Australian or some fancy preacher, is like the preacher there now.
Well, Paula divorced Randy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, she's got the it factor, though.
Yeah, her talking in tongues, nothing hotter.
I actually got into a little bit of a Paula White hole yesterday.
Really?
You got into Paula White's hole?
No, I knew you were that. Minus one.
What? Oh, I was asking a question.
It was so predictable you're going to go there.
Tuki.
Anna, did you not even in your back of your little rat head think he's going to go something with Paula White?
Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't say it.
Oh, you little turd. You rat.
Speaking of turds.
You rat-faced bitch.
Did you turd?
No, we found turds.
Oh yeah.
He was.
Is there anybody that wants to admit
that wants to admit?
Is there anybody that we have another poop gate going on here? And it seems as though somebody here. Now it's not me because I never ever use the green room bathroom. I may have used the. You know what? In the when we move in this building, let me.
2012?
Yeah, January of 12. 12. So what are we, 11 years into this building?
Yes.
In the 11 and a half years of this building, I may have used the green room bathroom 6 times. And no pooping.
You ever hook up in it?
No. I may have used Anna's. I like to call that little Anna's I
like that bathroom.
That's your bathroom. I call that your bathroom.
Thank you.
I've probably used Anna's bathroom 10 times. And now I use my bathroom all the time, and specifically pooping. I like to poop in there. It's
I
a
can
nice.
smell it sometimes.
I know you can. I like it, but I have never pooped in the green room. Rhett, on the other hand, loves to poop in there. And I think the last time we had somebody that pooped and didn't flush, didn't we kind of determine it might have been Rhett?
I think it was at that time. It was between Red or Decap.
Remember when Decap did it? We thought something died. We were looking for rats.
So
and I think later we found out.
Is there anybody? I want everybody to be honest. Who's taken a bowel movement in the green room since? Well,
today or yesterday?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Brian, what was the approximate time that you were in there? 7:30.
Yeah, I was in there about 7:38 or so.
So, including all day yesterday and any time between opening and 7:35, somebody had to have taken a bowel movement in the green room bathroom.
And I know they had tomatoes at some point because.
So will you put your 3 fingers up and do Scout's honor?
Yes.
Have you taken a bowel movement in the green room during that time frame? Be honest.
Yes, I have in the last 2 days, 2 to 3 days. Yes.
Okay. Do you know approximately when that bowel movement was?
Yeah, yesterday morning.
Okay. All right. Rhett, I can't hear you or talk to you. I don't think. I got all those microphones on right now. You can try to talk into one.
Was the lid closed when you went in there, Brian? Or was it up?
I'm doing the investigation.
I'm sorry,
not you.
Sorry.
Rhett. You might want to, you know what, Rhett? Why don't you call the warm line or something like that where I can communicate with you? Because poor Macho Man, he just gets one curveball after the other. He was going to work on something completely different today. Now he's got microphone issues over there. Maybe this is Rhett calling. Because Rhett, I want you to be honest. Because Rhett, sometimes you lie. You do. I'm just telling you. Hello. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Bubba, this is Rich.
Hey, Rich.
I got a little insight on that submarine version down there on the bottom of the ocean.
You sound like a guy that would have some insight. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. I was on a submarine for 6 years. So basically, if they took on any water beyond 700 feet, they're done.
So if you're saying that little
there was a crack or something,
the little observation deal past 700, they're done.
Oh yeah, they're going to take on so much water so fast, and then once they get down, like on a submarine, I can't confirm or deny the crush dip, but it's 1,300 feet plus.
So let's say that they died at 700, 800 because there was a crack, and now it's at the bottom of the ocean somewhere. And, in that area, it's looking at, what you're saying, Brian, 4,000 feet potentially?
Yeah.
So what happens?
No, 4,000 meters.
4,000 meters.
12,000, 13,000 and some change feet.
So,
maybe.
12, 13,000 feet. It's laying at the bottom of it's laying next to the Titanic. Does that just completely crush that entire capsule?
100%. Those people, once it imploded, they were pulverized. And they probably never felt anything. And
that's good at least. That's good at least. I mean, at least.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way to go, I guess.
I mean, drowning's got to be bad, but this would be just a straight crushing, right?
Yeah.
Instantaneously. very fast.
That's how I want to go. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
I like to die in my sleep.
I don't know that you're in. Like I imagine you're alive long enough to feel the pain.
But the reason I was
if you're
asking,
crushed,
yeah,
probably not.
The reason I was asking
I
that
don't know.
question is because I went in there before Brian to wash my hands and it was closed, so it had to be.
All right.
Obviously, probably yesterday.
All right. So is this Rhett?
Yes.
Okay, Rhett. Now please be honest. Okay, you're not in trouble. We just want to get to the bottom of who's the person that's the uncourteous pooper around here.
I understand, Bubba, but I do have to ask first and foremost, what did I lie about?
I think you lied about one other poop caper. Okay, I mean
No,
okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Don't get all don't let it ruin your day. I love you, buddy. I took a virtual. Hold on, I took a virtual.
The last thing I want is
stop.
to be accused of
I'm
being a liar.
talking. I took a guy that got fired from Cox that quit me and brought you back as a lonely ass, stupid ass video intern. I'm video editor, and now you're a contributor to the show. Like you're making leaps. I believe in you, buddy. Like you gotta detach this believing that I do not like you. I like you a lot. I just don't put people on the air willy-nilly that I don't like. I like you a lot. So don't get hung up on that was the last time you were here, right?
I mean, I was probably the first 2 weeks I was here, yeah.
Yeah, and our relationship is way different now than it was then. I didn't like you then. I really didn't.
Oh, of course.
I thought you smoked cigarettes, which I automatically I hate.
She's still trying to quit.
Yeah,
you still think I smoke cigarettes?
But see, I love the fact that you smoke weed. In fact, I might be one of the very few in places of employment that allows people to go out and take a weed break.
It's actually a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If you don't get high.
Be my friend, get high.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think Tom Bean, doesn't come over here? Because he doesn't get high.
He got
25.
He got fired for passing a drug test.
Yeah. I fired Tom Bean as my agent because he's too clean. I'm just kidding.
And it's not like you said you were going to fire whoever pooped. You just
No, I just want to get to the bottom of it, buddy. So please know how much I care for you. And I thought last time that we had a poop gate that you potentially were not honest with me. That was again, that was within.
No, it was Decap who was not honest in that situation.
Okay. So,
and in life.
And I would.
Yeah, just about everything else.
And I 100% believe you. Like, I'm not just thinking that you're just giving me. I believe you on that. Like, I agree. So you didn't do it that time. But do you think maybe you did it this time? And it's not a big deal. It's really not.
No, I did not. I didn't have any movements today because I still have to go as we speak, and I did not go yesterday.
But it could have been yesterday because, like I said, I washed my hands before Brian.
He said he didn't
closed.
go yesterday.
Oh, he didn't go yesterday?
And Lummy said he did.
Yeah.
So I think we're narrowing it down.
Yeah. And Anna, did you go poop at all? And I don't think you ever poop in the green room, do you?
I did not use that bathroom yesterday.
I don't think you poop much at all.
No, I do not. Not anymore.
Right.
But I did make urine at the last break in my bathroom.
I do know for a fact yesterday in the morning when I got here, after one of the breaks, I had to use that restroom and I had to go outside because someone was in it.
Okay. So you think maybe Dan? It's either Dan or Macho Man. Now ask Macho Man.
Wait, yesterday was Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Dan wasn't here.
You're right. So rule out Dan.
So right now, the last person that we've confirmed took a dump in there was Lummy.
Yeah, until we talk to Macho Man. So I know that Macho Man's
who is consuming 11,000 calories a day. So
right, and 6,000 of which are protein.
Yeah.
Which
did the poop have muscles, Brian?
Give that a fall on your face.
It's okay.
Kevin Baxter, 50 on the PayPal.
Thanks, Kevin.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. That's how we pay for the rat removal. Thank you so very much. Ask Macho Man to be honest. Do you think did he poop in there this morning or yesterday?
He said yesterday.
He did.
Oh.
Okay. And
3 times.
3 times?
3 times?
Oh my God.
We need to get him to a doctor.
So based on what I saw then, I would say that looked like the remnants of a 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 3 times?
That was definitely the charm.
Can you tell Macho Man that he, at this point, has been charged with pooping and not flushing
properly?
And if he could just, when you flushing is one time.
I think he
hold
did.
On.
Yeah.
But you got to.
As you double check and make sure everything's clear.
You gotta double check. We don't got the best toilets in the world, so and I can only imagine.
It wasn't solid.
Well, I'm just saying, I can only imagine his poop is as rugged as he is, and it just won't go down. There's probably some people that are have some non-aggressive poop that'll be like,
it was a loose poop. Dig it.
All right. So
sometimes it all doesn't go down.
Can you tell Mach just to be a little bit more courtesy of a pooper around here, please?
He said, "Oh yeah."
Okay. And it's really ridiculous that I got a full-blown RE27 processed microphone ready to be spoken into that's worked every day for I don't know how many, and all of a sudden now I have to communicate you like you're some guy calling from Brandon.
All right.
Marco said he'll clean the bathroom.
I can see you. I can literally see you, but you have to talk to me with a cell phone. All right. Yes. Tell him to just be a little bit more courtesy of a pooper, please.
Got it.
Thanks. Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm a double flusher. And who's paying for this search rescue? Like, who has to pay for all this crap that's going on?
I'm thinking I'm thinking the government. I mean, whatever resources the company that launched the ship. I mean, they're doing what they got, but they have limited people on, hands on deck and limited equipment and limited ability as far as search and recover and communications and sonar and things like that. So they're exhausting everything they got, but whatever they got's probably already been exhausted on the boat, right? I mean, Brian, whatever type of backup system they've already...
They didn't have 5 days of rations and water down there.
when they lost communications with the boat, with the submarine, I mean, they've been in full panic mode. So they're pretty much maxed out on what they can do. Everything else moving forwards, it looks like the country of Canada's involved. Looks like our U.S. Coast Guard's involved, Navy's involved. So we are, as taxpayers paying for this.
And he's a billionaire, and I have to pay to dig his dumb butt out of the water.
Hey, now, Brian.
No, he's not a billionaire. That guy's only worth $12 million.
Thank you, buddy. You gave me a great idea. Thank you, sir. Brian, could there be the ultimate FU where you go to the billionaire's family and say, hey, the U.S. Coast Guard, the Canadian Coast Guard, it took, $14.5 million to be able to try to find your lost. We need that money back. I mean, don't they? I've seen judges make criminals pay for, like Jesse Smollett. He had to write a check to the city of Chicago for $125,000 for the overtime resources that the detectives put in trying to, do his deal. That was
but is this a hoax or is this someone who needed help?
Well, the argument would be here because of the corners that they cut, that the Oceangate company should be on the hook for this search and rescue.
Yeah, but not the billionaires that are on board.
That guy's only worth $12 million. The guy that owns the company.
Yeah,
the billionaires were I think where the Pakistani guy, and then his son was on board too.
I mean, if you're the family, that I guess you shouldn't mind paying for it. Like you're trying to save their life.
Yeah, but obviously they're not going to ask for payment on the front end. It'd be on the back end.
Right.
And then they didn't find your guy.
After he's dead and they buried him, they go to him and say, hey, listen, I just want to let you know we're sorry about your lost, but we need $14.5 million to go ahead and balance our budget here on the deal. We're down $14.5. I mean, Brian, could that happen?
I mean, the cost is relative, though, right? Like the Coast Guard, what would they be doing otherwise?
Burning. No, hold on. I'll tell you what they'd be doing. On base, doing exercises, not burning up hundreds of thousands of dollars of fuel and all kinds of other things and money that we're spending.
I mean, it's the fuel cost for sure. You've got that. But, I mean, the man hours, they would be doing something.
They'd be training or doing something.
Okay, so is that a real cost?
And they may even be, and realistically, to stick up on your side of the deal, they may even could be patrolling certain areas, for protection so they could have the motors and the boats could be running.
Right. And so is it, if whatever the extra costs are,
if I'm President Clem, though, I'm just trying to get every dollar I can. You know what I'm saying?
I take Cash App and PayPal.
Yeah, hold
Billionaire's
on.
family.
Hold on. Just send it to President Clem at PayPal. He'll go right into there.
Do you have Zelle?
Yeah, just type in my cell phone number.
I think we take Zelle, too. Or just, you know what? We're the government. Give me your banking information. I'll take it right out
that's
of there.
okay. We already got it. Never mind.
Yeah, we already got it.
I'm just taking myself.
Oh, and you're not going to help? Well, then we're going to go ahead and audit you. Okay?
We froze your account.
I'm gonna send the IRS after you, and that ain't fun. Whew, it's scary. Hello.
Hey, Bubba.
Yeah.
How long before they called James Cameron in for assistance like they did with the oil spill?
I think it's beyond that, my friend. I really do. I think it's way beyond that. I think they could, I mean, you know, I think.
Because I remember. Yeah, that's too bad.
All right, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Did you see the video I sent?
So it looks like we've determined that Macho Man was the uncourteous pooper, and he's sorry for that.
Yeah.
Now, what's that, Lemmy?
Did you see that video of how big that and how they sit in that submarine?
No, send it to me.
Okay.
Do you think a lot of people are watching the Titanic? Like, do you think there's a resurgence of people watching it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's money to be made
hold
there.
on, Leonardo DiCaprio is getting like another $20 million in residuals right now. You know, his usual royalty Titanic checks about $8 or $9 million. Next year is going to be $22 million because everybody bought it.
Did he have back end on that? I don't know that he did. That wasn't common in the mid 90s.
I think
it was 99, I think.
No, that
hey,
was like
Alexa,
97.
Did Leonardo DiCaprio have back end points on Titanic? Maybe I've lost Alexa too.
Oh no.
Hey Alexa, good morning.
Good morning.
It's 97.
Here's a fun Spider-Man fact.
Oh.
Miles Morales,
I didn't ask for a
a.k.a.
Spider-Man
from Earth
fact.
1610,
Hey,
has
Alexa.
lots of different spider powers,
Hey, Alexa.
including invisibility.
Shut up. Shut your hole.
Please.
AI bitch. Let me bing. Did
it doesn't. I'm trying to
did
see.
Leonardo DiCaprio have back end points on Titanic? I thought he did. I'm
trying to find it.
And I wonder who started that trend. And that's the trend in Hollywood being, okay, listen, you can be a 20 or 30 million. Because remember, Brian, that was kind of.
You're right. He did have back end. He earned.
Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Say you're sorry again.
Looks like everyone
And
had
hold on, before
residuals.
you give me your information, here's what I thought it was. I thought it was like 5 million base with like 10 points.
I'm reading about it here.
See how close I am.
So worldwide, it did 2.2 billion. DiCaprio earned a base of 2.5 mil.
All right, so I was off. I said 5.
And then mainly he earned 37.5 million in the back end profit when the film turned out to be a box office success.
Hold on. 37.5 million.
So 40 million total. Kate Winslet got 2 million. No back end.
Yeah.
Dang.
I think Samuel L. Jackson had a chance with Star Wars to get. Didn't he play the voice of?
No, that's James Earl.
James Earl Ray.
No,
Jones.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. Didn't he have a chance? Like, what? He Darth Vader.
He did the voice of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
There's a different guy in the suit.
But they came to him and said, "Hey, you know what? You can get like $1.5 million, or we'll give you like 2 points." And I think he took like the $1.5 million. And if he would have taken the 2 points, it would have been like $50 million or something like that.
He got $7,000 for the Star Wars.
$7,000, or he could have got like a point, right?
He rejected the points and said, "I want cash," and he got $7,000.
7 G's, or hold on, did you say points?
Yeah, multiple.
Yeah. So that means, let's say you only get 2. What did Star Wars 1 make?
In 1977 dollars?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, was it 65 million? I could probably ask Alexa. Hey, Alexa.
7? Oh, well, yeah. The original
Sorry,
Star Wars?
I don't know that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Well, because it's hard to, because they re-released it.
Like, well, I mean, what I'm saying is like.
But I mean, so I will tell you.
Because you know that, hold on, you know that if he was Darth Vader from that point forward, he said, "Hey, I'll take the points," right?
Yeah.
If he was ever offered, did he do Star Wars? Did he do Darth Vader through the whole entire thing, or just that one Star Wars episode?
No, they've used him as the voice of Darth Vader.
So you know, man, 2 through, what has it been, 9? I don't know how many Star Wars.
Well, it started with number 4.
But how many total of them?
9.
Okay, so 2 through 9, he didn't go for the 7 Gs because he knew that this was an absolute, huge hit. And so let's say you only got 2 points because you said points. Well, let's say you only got 2 points. I'm assuming it's more than that, but let's say, what's 2 points on what that movie made? What'd that movie make in 1977?
Well, I'm trying to find, like, 775 million worldwide seems high. in terms of what it grossed.
Hey, Alexa, what did the original Star Wars movie gross?
From thesun.co.uk. The original Star Wars film, starring Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher, was released in May 1977 and grossed $775 million in its original run.
$775 million, Brian.
So it was right. I thought that was
based on inflation.
Because it's $3.5 billion. $3.5 billion if it was released today.
So that made $775,1977.
Yeah, if he had 2 points, you're talking
what? $14 million?
Yeah, 15 mil.
Yeah. I guarantee you that Darth never worked for 7,000 again.
No.
God, that $15 million in 1977.
I got a story for you. The late, great Sam Simon, who Sam Simon and I went on to be such great friends. Sam Simon was the co-inventor of The Simpsons.
Right.
Him and Matt Gehring are the ones that developed The Simpsons. And this story has been told to me by Sam. Rest in peace. He died. But I believed so much in Sam. I met him through Howard and believed in him so much that when I was doing my Radio IO deal, Sam had his own show.
He was really into animals, right?
Oh, Sam's single-handedly he's the largest contributor to PETA in the history of PETA. Yeah, he's the one that got me my lifetime PETA membership. So anyway, boy, what a turnaround on that, Brian.
Yeah.
Please. So anyway, Sam goes and they write Simpsons, the original pilot of Simpsons, and him and Gehring do. And Simpsons Fox didn't really like it. They test marketed it like in 4 or 5 different, cities. They had a couple test audiences, and they just didn't get very good feedback. So I think they offered Sam like $1.5 million. Him and Gehring had matching deals. Well, until Sam quit. And they said, listen, we'll give you $1.5 million, or we'll give you like $500,000 and like 10 points apiece, because we think this is going to be a dud and it's going to be a one-season wonder. And they signed up for like 12 or 13 episodes, one season. Well, it completely, took off. And so, like, after the 3rd season, Sam and Gehring started having kind of, where the show's going. They just didn't agree on a lot of things. And Sam was, I think, going to start maybe doing some stuff with, I think he did some stuff with Charlie Sheen after Sheen left 2.5 Men, whatever that was called.
Mm-hmm. It was 2.5 Men.
It was, I forget what the show was called. Sam co-produced, or Sam was executive producer of that, and he'd already made
Cheers. It's Gary Shandling's show,
right? Tracy Ullman show,
the 1991 film The Super.
Yeah, he did a bunch of stuff, but I forget what his first 3 years. So he took like 10 points. Now this was like 10 points of everything, Brian. Like 10 points of the lunch boxes they sell, 10 points of the figurine, 10 points of the rights that Universal has to pay. And so after three years, he'd assessed like $100+ million, and he didn't want to be there anymore. He was over it. He just didn't. Him and Matt Gehring were not getting along. So he took a buyout deal, and after the 3rd year, never ever set foot back on the Fox lot, and he readjusted his points and things like that, and he showed me a check. He made, on the average, once a year, he'd get a residual check that averaged $36 to $55 million. Wow. Just boom, mailbox money.
No working.
Yeah, and he was out, doing other things. He never worked after season 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
When we come back, Lummy, this is a tour.
Yeah, it's a short tour. That's the owner
of this submarine.
Yeah, it's really big.
And if we were to predict, and before we go into words, I don't know that Rhett are you guys on? I just hear.
I hear screaming.
Monsters, he said.
I hear soldering. You there? Hello? Still not there. Bro, we'll get it fixed. Rats. I thought for sure we'd have somebody in the Bubba Army local that does rat patrol.
SOS Rick he's giving me a number, so maybe we can call his guy.
So let's go through. I think they're dead. I'm going to go through the room, and I just want your.
Anyone think they're alive?
I think they're dead, and I think they died through a malfunction of the submarine. The front thing broke or something, and I think they died. They've been dead a while.
Oh, and also say when you think that it will be found, because it'll be found. It's just going to take them a while.
Oh,
You don't think it's going to be found at all?
I think within
a week.
A week.
Okay.
Dead in a week. Dead through a malfunction in a week. Lummy, over to you.
Dead in a month.
Month?
Yeah, to find it.
Wow. Brian?
Dead and Monday of next week is my prediction.
Anna?
Dead because they got smushed from the pressure. In 2 weeks, they'll find them.
Red, I guess you can't talk.
Scream it.
Yeah, he says dead in 2 weeks.
What about Macho Man? Oh, I'm soldering right now. I can't worry.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
you
alive.
want to talk about malfunction? We got them on the microphones right now. Trying to fix them. Yeah.
He's calling shenanigans on the D. The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
You said 1 week Monday?
Yeah, they asked the billionaire's Hamish's wife how she felt, and she goes, like my husband, I'm crushed.
Oh, Brian.
Wow.
Brian.
I didn't say that.
Wow. Wow. That's just wow.
What you eating?
My protein bar.
How many grams was it again?
10 or 11?
14 or something.
10 grams of protein. Like 9 grams of net carbs. 12 grams of fat.
That's the first thing you're eating today?
See, yeah, this will be the only thing I eat until lunch.
That doesn't make you more hungry when you have something small?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Makes me more hungry.
Everybody's different. There's no one diet perfect for anyone. I normally wouldn't eat breakfast at all, but this show.
I understand. And your poops.
Yeah, I was almost a minute late this morning because of it.
Oh, but you got it out.
Not a satisfying.
Oh, I woke up.
It was.
I woke up to a shit last night.
Last night?
Oh, there's nothing worse than waking up having a shit. I hate that.
That's probably only happened to me like
Really?
5 times in
had
my life.
diarrhea or anything in the middle of the night?
No.
You don't drink alcohol?
I mean, not enough for that to happen.
No, I've woken up and like had the bubble guts.
Never had enough for it. I mean, I'll start moving in maybe in a few minutes, but I have to be moving.
No.
I have to be moving. Moving and usually some coffee and that'll be it. And I'll get it done. Oh, so much better. I just ripped off all my nails.
Why did you have fake nails? Oh, how was your Boise bachelorette thing?
It was awesome.
Yeah?
It fucked me up this week though, because I got in at like 11:30 p.m. on Sunday, and then I woke up at 4:50 a.m. the next day.
I reburned the.
So I got like 3 hours sleep that
No.
night, and I've just been fucked
Honey,
ever since.
thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
I really didn't do that much drinking or partying, but the way home, fuck.
Thank you, Warren.
Canceled my
Don't forget we're fishing on Sunday.
Yep. Is you can't catch up on sleep.
You need to bring cane pole and worms for me. I'll pay you.
Back to your normal
No problem.
routine as quick
How much
as
I need to send you?
I'm looking for the
That
ones right
will
now.
get you
Like
back
like
on track.
20
The
bucks?
First thing you do is like take a nap.
No, it shouldn't be that much.
When you're exhausted.
I'm looking on getting 2 cane
You're
poles.
gonna buy me a cane
time.
pole.
Yeah, my buddy has 2 that he said that I can use.
Oh, okay.
They're all
And I
rigged
didn't
up.
sleep that well when I was there, and I didn't
Right.
sleep that well when I came back, so it was just mostly just lack of sleep. Well, last night I slept well, so.
Take some Z-Quil and
Oh, I took some, yeah, I don't take Z.
I mean, all Z-Quil is 2 Benadryl, but it's
That
liquid.
fucks me up way more.
It's liquid form, so it processes
all
better.
good.
Yeah.
Buy nails. It's been fun, but never again.
Like for this show, I knew I wasn't super tired last night, so I took some ZQL at like 9:30, so I could fall asleep by 10:30 to be up for this.
Yep, I was asleep by 9:30.
I was asleep at 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All natural.
But you also wake.
No drugs.
You also wake up at 2.
No, I got a whole big fucking shit caper to talk about next.
Also, Bubba, did you know that Subway has pizza now?
Oh, Tom Bean will kill me.
Yeah, don't even mention
Oh,
it.
you can't even do a pizza from Subway, do you?
Probably not. My
Alright,
best.
sorry I mentioned it. Sorry, Tommy.
I mean, why the fuck would you order pizza from Subway?
Just to see how it is.
Yeah, I can tell you how it is. It's gonna be mediocre at best.
Sure.
They don't, they don't do pizza. They barely
Stop
do subs.
yelling at me,
They
God.
barely do subs. How dare you, Anna? It's offensive.
mad at me?
How dare you?
He's mad at me.
Tom Bean is the pizza man.
My bad, Bubba. Sorry I even brought it up.
Yeah, I mean they barely can do a
Okay,
sub.
got it.
Do you like Subway?
No.
Oh.
But
Does anybody like Subway?
I'm just saying new
No,
ideas.
I'm this is a serious
I
question.
don't know.
How are they still in
Brian.
business?
Because people fucking consume their shit.
Yes, but when was the last time you consumed a Subway sub?
Not for a very long time. That
Lummy,
doesn't mean
when
that
was the
people
last time
like
you
it.
consumed a Subway sub?
It's like Tuesday.
Actually, no, pre-COVID.
I've got to be at a decade. Quite honestly, I've got to be at a decade since I had a
Well,
Subway.
I just thought it was an idea for people to try it.
Brian takes his shit on everything. That's why he's
He's so mean to me,
I
Bubba.
don't talk to him because everything just comes back at you. It's like a fucking boomerang.
It's not even that. I'm passionate. I'm passionate. Got a lot of fire in my belly.
You're just
something
And
that
a
came out
protein
this
bar.
morning.
You're just a
and
fucking
And it hurt.
dick.
a dick.
Fucking
Why are you mad at me, Bubba?
counter programming. Fucking.
I didn't counter program shit.
That's all you do. Your whole life's a counter program, motherfucker.
Whatever.
Whatever it is.
Well, man, I can't believe we don't have some hardcore trapper keepers that want to help us with our fucking rats for some free advertising. Like, hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. Don't forget, Jim's fucking Rat Patrol's the best ever over there in Brandon. You should look at yourself. You look so stupid. You're looking up. When you look up, you look down like you have downs.
Who?
Lummy. When he takes his, because now that his screens, he has two screens on. He has two screens on top of each other. So when he looks at the top screens, it looks like he has downs. I'm just saying.
There's no remorse and no regret associated with anything they do.
You are refreshingly vulgar.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
we have a 10 minutes ago, it was never bring this up on the air. Well, guys, I'm telling you right now, I don't want to talk about it on
I'm just going to tell
air.
you, we have a rat problem.
My spice, baby. My spice, baby.
All right, stop. Set bait and listen. Rats are crawling and they're on a mission. Stealing food daily and nightly. Open up the fridge, one tried to bite me. Will I get caught? I don't know. Turn off the lights, it's a rat chateau. The kitchen looks like it was hit by vandals. Bringing food to work is a gamble. Splat! When the traps go boom, the AC vents will be their tomb. Rat problem, Big Red's gonna solve it. They found his Hall of Fame bust and mauled it.
My spice, baby.
I got traps up. I got glue traps up.
My spice,
I got Big Red on the deal. I got the merch crick on the deal.
My spice, baby.
They're so good that they can get in and get out and not get smashed.
Yep.
My spice, baby.
Yeah, they get smart.
Over the traps they're hopping. In the kitchen cabinets they leave droppings. Bubba can't hide it, there's no faking. If you leave food out, it'll get taken. Ozempic makes him eat less, but the rats ate his weight in Cheez-Its. Chewed through Jay's microphone wire. When he tried talking, it started a fire. Filthy! They came from the dumpster, now they're in the studio drinking Monster. Love me, thinks they can be tame. He already gave each one of them names. It's hard for him not to form a bond. There's more rats in the walls than fish in the pond. The Goat Report is fun on Sunday. Now they resort to Mousetrap Monday.
So we got rats, and they're eating the Cheez-Its and ketchup packets.
They eat all of your Nutter Butters.
2 cases of them. 2 cases.
Not that you would need them
How
anymore.
do they eat 2 cases of Nutter? The Bubba the Love Sponge Show. The huge co-host, the Ginger, if you will, like third most popular person here, is not available right now. We think some rats chewed the wires. At least that's what we're going with. PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at, again, PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army, if you'd like to help keep the show on the air. It's like a constant used car dealership with a Jerry Lee Lewis telethon.
Jerry Lee Lewis?
I knew you were going to catch me on it. I was just hoping it would slip through.
Goodness gracious.
Great balls.
That's right. We're marrying our 12-year-old cousin. Anyway, but if you can't help in that capacity, then at least go to our YouTube channel. That didn't cost you nothing. That's, youtube.com /The Bubba Army. We got a bunch of great behind-the-scenes content on that. Everything from me and Dan riding bikes to Lummy doing the goats to Anna bicycling in Boise. Like, why wouldn't you want to see that? Please. So, Anna, I do have a proposal for you.
Yes.
But I don't want you to take it the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
Because you are, you get inside your own head a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, well, your whole life is like you inside.
Are you kicking me off the after show?
How did you know?
I don't know. Brian's here, and you're like, will you be here for the after show? Promise to be here. I really want you to stay. I'm like, uh-oh. He's trying to kick me off for whatever reason. Well, why is that? Are you going to talk about sports? Are you going to talk about me?
Well, wow. I think I take back that you're in your own head. You're in my head, bitch. My God,
Are you doing
yes.
a sports show with Brian?
No, I was thinking about, because, you put in an extra show than we all do on Fridays.
Yeah.
And Brian's here, and I do have some sports to talk about. And
I feel like this is a trap.
Well, no,
because then if I accept to leaving, then it's like, you don't really want to stay, do you?
No.
I do want to stay. I love sports, but I love sports.
No, I don't want you to stay. I'm telling you, I'd like you to leave.
Okay.
Because I think you're going to be bored, and you'd be better served, working on other stuff or going home and taking a nap, living life, whatever, emptying the trash. I don't know. But, like not having to be in here for an extra hour, bored off your mind, because we're going to be probably talking about some sports. I was just going to give you the luxury of being able to leave, but I don't think you will leave because you're inside of your head and you think it's me messing with you. So I think I should just tell you to leave.
I don't know how I feel right now.
Well, I just don't want you mad at me. This isn't my
I'm not mad at you.
Okay, good.
I'm trying to give you some time.
I'm just confused because I don't know what the right move is.
The right move is saying, Bubba, absolutely. I
don't want to sound too enthusiastic not to stay, because that's also not the move either.
No, but if I'm telling you that I have no problem with you missing today's after show at all, and it's my idea, then how can I ever hold that against you? This isn't a test. Yeah. We're beyond
Sometimes
that.
You forget things you say often, and then you get mad at people in the future for following the directions of your past self.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was I not the superest cool ever on two things? One, the additional time you requested off.
Yes, you were
that we didn't
very
take
kind.
On. Exactly. And then two, potentially when you might miss Monday.
Yeah.
Was I not super cool by that?
You were super cool, but again,
we're way
I didn't want to
past
take
all
advantage
this.
of your coolness because I feel like that piss you off.
But we're way beyond that. We're way beyond that. Okay.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, if you'd like to, I think you should probably take today's after show off, because you're just going to be sitting there like a bump on a log, bored off your mind. And I think that what's cooler than getting
off work early?
Yeah. What's cooler than getting off work early?
I mean, it's super cool. Don't get me wrong, but again, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I don't know what the right move is.
The right move is to accept.
I feel like I've been taking too much time off, so now it's making me anxious.
No.
I missed Thursday. I missed Friday.
And you're
I missed swinging the bat on whatever day you did that at the Tarpons deal.
You weren't here.
I know, but I missed it. That's what I'm saying.
So listen,
I'm missing everything.
Just take off after this. Today you're done at 10, and get. I mean, I literally, Anna, after you do all your whatever the things that you do.
Yeah.
I would be in Gus.
I would be in Gus by no later than 10:15, 10:20. Maybe check the trash, do a little couple odds and ends.
I did all that yesterday.
And then
just blast out of here.
I'd have Gus started and warmed up at the last break.
Auto start, even though that's not a thing for my car.
Yeah. So I'd like, listen, we're gonna, we don't here. I'm gonna do it a little bit.
Can I get it in writing that you're not mad at me if I leave?
What's better than audibly?
Oh, that's true, because we have a recording.
Hi, I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. I'm the president and CEO of this Bubba Radio Network thingy. One of my employees is Anna, and we have a couple different facets of the show. We do one show for 4 hours, which is a morning terrestrially syndicated show that's also heard on other platforms. And then we do a 1 to 2 hour uncensored show that's considered the after show. So we do 2 shows a day, and our normal work day is like, for Anna is like 5:55 to like 12:30 or 12. That's Anna's normal work day here. Would you not agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, today I would like for her to take a little bit of time off and get out of the building by 10:05. Because we're going to do an after show that's mostly about sports, and she hates sports and just sits there like a bump on a log. I will not be mad at her. I will never bring it up. I will never throw it in her face. I will never use it against her in any way, shape, or form. Signed, Bubba, Todd, Allen, Clem, the Love Sponge.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Thank you. I'll go home and practice DJing.
Yeah, there you go. Use it as that.
Honestly, because I haven't touched that thing in a minute, so I should probably get back on the one to do.
And here's the deal. You get to be, once a month, once every 6 weeks, we're going to do the DJ hum sauce on Bubba 199s until it sucks. And if you ever pull out a suck, here's some case law for you to absorb.
Okay.
Some Bubba law. If you want me to revert back to me being a little bit dick and mean to you, so you're afraid.
Yeah. That feels like home.
Your first DJ hum sauce, you nailed it. You made good money.
Oh,
it
no.
Was great. But with DJ hum sauce ever's not so good, then I have the right to cancel DJ hum sauce.
Oh, no. I did too well on my first one.
Well, no.
Because now I don't know if I could ever live up to that.
Bull crap. If you went home the next 2 days and practiced, you would. You'd be fine.
All right.
So I'm giving you the after show off for you to go practice for Friday.
For tomorrow.
Okay?
Yep.
In fact, it's not even time. I'm not even giving you time off. I'm just reassigning from being on the air to practicing.
To on the decks.
From being on the air to being on the decks.
But make a video of yourself practicing content, please.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great, too, So
just saying content.
It's actually Bubba 199 with a Dan Diaco birthday kicker. Did you hear, Brian, that his wife's going to be here?
I heard it was mandated. If she's not here, he's not invited.
Right. Well, I wonder if we should ever do a Bubba 199 around your birthday.
When's your birthday?
We wouldn't make any money.
Was it in February?
Valentine's Day.
That's right.
No.
We wouldn't make any money, Lummy.
Nope. They turn on us.
In fact, you guys would probably lose money somehow.
Yeah.
The deal.
Yeah. It'd be the Bubba 199 that got us canceled.
We get banned in the middle of the show.
So so you guys know Tuesday we were talking about pooping, and we had this big poop caper here. Anna also sent me this story. This story about a guy who does artwork with his poop.
Oh,
not his poop. It's cow manure.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That makes it far less.
I mean, it's still gross, but less.
But I think
it's actually pretty good.
I think cow manure isn't nearly as toxic smelling.
I don't know.
Isn't
cow's bad?
It's bad.
Isn't cow manure more organic than human manure?
Why
It's better fertilizer, yes, because I think it has higher nitrogen in it or something like that.
Because they eat more.
It's
grass.
The grass, yeah. But I don't know exactly why. I'm not.
Well, you never noticed they can't fertilize with human poop, but you can fertilize with animal poop, right? I don't think fertilizer that they use for crops is based out of human poop at all.
No.
Do they use? Well, don't they use? Doesn't the city of Milwaukee or something
they're trying
grind up their poop, and it's a very big, huge fertilizer?
Yeah, I think we looked that up before.
We did look it up before. Let me ask. Hey, Alexa, can you use human poop for fertilizer?
From calendaruk.co.uk. Human poo can be used as a compost to help fertilize soil so that crops can grow. The product is known as biosolids.
This says, though, you have to process it a lot because otherwise...
I just can't take it right out of your ass and put it on my strawberries.
Right, because it has disease-causing pathogens. And so it's got unprocessed human feces cannot be used.
Yeah, and some of my poop.
Oh, that was in
God.
Haiti. That was in Haiti.
What do you mean?
I think that's where we saw where they were like collecting poop and then using it to farm.
No, they do it in Milwaukee though. Bubba's right.
Okay, but we did see
But they probably process the heck out of it.
Yeah, they do.
Not pretty good.
I mean, the art is good. I just wish you would have used brown paint instead of poop.
And let's face it, in Milwaukee, it's all just cheese curds and beer that's coming out of it anyways.
All right, so this
but
guy.
Why is he using feces? Like there's paint. You don't have to use crap.
Because Brian, guess what, Brian?
Avant-garde.
He's not gonna get a zillion clicks on a story that says this guy can draw you a real cool looking bull with brown paint, but he gets a zillion clicks when this guy can draw you a cool looking bull using that bull's poop. Right? Which story do you answer?
I guess you're right.
Hello.
Clickbait, Willie.
Let me actually give Brian a plus. You know what? Give Brian a +1 there because he actually succumbed to me. Instead of just being a dick and being combative, he actually was like, I guess you're right.
Succumb to me.
So let me give him a +1.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, calling about the human poo as fertilizer. I was in Mexico, did a bus ride from Mexico City to Tasco, which is up in the mountains, and then back down the other side of the mountain.
Did you ever feel not safe? Like the cartel could?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And the rules about driving and roads and such on these mountainous passages were non-existent. There were times that we could look over the side and see the remnants of vehicles that just didn't make it.
Oh, God.
Why'd you do it there, Captain Submarine?
It was actually a good time. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the adventure. I'll never get in a submarine or go up to space, though. So, but that aside, one of the things that they told us in one of the many villages that we stopped in was be careful at all of these vendors because they all fertilize the food that you're purchasing with human waste.
Ooh.
So, like, if you went into the market, when you went into the market, because each one of these little villages has a market and you can buy, whatever, whether it's from beef jerky to probably, asparagus to whatever. They're like, don't buy anything because they use human poop to fertilize it.
Oh, yeah. If it was something that was grown 100% guaranteed, they fertilized it with the family human poop, with the family poop.
Yeah, but they don't tell you not to eat it. That's not true. You have your water filtration system that cleans it. They just don't eat it raw.
That's a big business, man. My mom.
I'm sure everyone in Mexico does stuff.
My mom used to be the head of the Warsaw sewage department.
When you buy it,
and so each municipality has their own sewage department that takes the water, the reclaimed water, what we flush and stuff, and actually, don't they, Brian, use almost every city and municipality has a sewage sewage lift station or department where they go ahead and I think they usually use that for reclaimed water or something.
Yes.
But they use it for something.
Yeah, it's reclaimed water and it's they process it
irrigation,
somewhat, but it's still not potable.
Right.
But it's good for watering grass,
your lawn, and washing your car and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's why you can't drink water out of the hose anymore because it's old man farm. It's not necessarily the cleanest. Anyway, buddy, thanks. Appreciate it.
Hey.
Mexico uses human poop. Speaking of human poop. So Tuesday night, I think I had talked about how I got up at 11:38.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday night. I got to the gym about 1:30, and then
because you're all messed up yesterday.
Yeah, I was all messed up. Well, I got back on track yesterday.
Good.
Was actually sound asleep by like 6:30.
Until
really sleeping good too, because wasn't tossing and turning, was just really sleeping good, and then at 8:40.
No.
8:40. Now there's a good side and a bad side to this.
Okay.
Very rarely have I woke having to poop. That's a very
your bowels
odd,
wake you up.
Yeah, I I kind of have a little regiment and stuff, and for I can't think. I mean, probably less than 10 times in my entire life have my bowels,
woke me
up to poop.
Bubba goes woke.
So let me take that point away.
I couldn't help
Take that point away. So I get up at 8:40. I look at the clock. I'm thinking, okay, I got to poop bad. So I barely make it to the bathroom. I almost poop my pants. In fact, I have to check my underwear because I'm like, I can feel like little
What
milk,
an awful way to wake up.
Little milk duds maybe possibly penetrating my ass cheeks.
Probably wouldn't have been milk duds. Probably would have been a melted Milky Way.
Probably would have been like a Lincoln log. And so I can literally feel it the minute I hit the toilet. I mean, it's there she blows. And I poop and I poop and I poop and I poop. And then I use my little bidet, my little tushy gimmick that I got in my apartment, and I don't even wipe anymore, Brian. Did you know that? I just completely blow it. I use my bidet. I blow it all off with water.
Did you put a special filter on that so it blows a little harder?
No,
my butt can take the harder one.
Let me tell you right now, just stock. That thing feels like I could cut glass.
Oh, really?
I think it's got a 1 through 10. I think it's got a 1 through 10 setting. I can only get up to 5.
You pansy. God, you're such a snowflake now. Back in the day, you could have handled an 8 or a 9.
I'll tell you this right now. We have one upstairs, too. I got 2. We have one up in the upstairs bathroom. You go down there and
I challenge you to blast your ass, Brian.
Yeah, I'll challenge you. See how tough your butthole is. If my butthole can only handle a 5... don't sit there and start talking about, the toughness.
But you have speed bumps all up in your butthole. No.
Bubba, can we test those mics now that Brian just...
No, but you can give Brian another -1.
What? Your pull-ups, man. That's funny.
Hello? Your microphones are on.
Hello? How big hello can you hear me? This is Macho's mic.
Sounds like crap. It sounds like crap, and it's super low volume.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me mine's still not working.
It's
I
up
guess
a
we're
little
getting
more.
Somewhere.
You guys are getting there. See you next hour.
Mic check-in.
So let me. What's the score for this guy here?
For Brian?
-1.
Yes, Brian is -1.
A lot of ticks on my scorecard, though.
Up and down and up and down.
It's like ping pong. Hello. So
actually, I'm sorry, Brian is even.
So I go.
Oh my God.
So I have this massive explosion at 8:40.
What kind? It's a pile or?
It started pile like. No, it started. Yeah, kind of
solid or?
No, not solid.
Oatmeal.
So I go and I blow I bidet my butt, and at that point, all you got to do is just take a piece of toilet paper and pat dry your rectum. There's nothing to wipe. It's completely pristine. So then I'm like, oh, but I got 8. It's only 8:40.
You didn't check the time first?
No, I did.
Oh.
And I'm then as I'm going back to my bedroom, total darkness with my AC window unit.
Mm-hmm.
It's officially 63 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm thinking, man, because on Thursdays, I'm not waking up as early because I don't go to the gym on Thursdays. Now I'm just going Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh my God, I got all kinds of sleep. And I slept so good last night. So good.
Good.
Let me get a good night. What's your, everybody knows my regiment. Go to bed at 6:30, wake up at 2:15. These are Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. At the gym by 3, work out till 4:15, come here, and by 4:30. What's your routine?
Majority of the time, it's
what time do you go to bed?
About 10:30.
Right.
And wake up about 4.
Yeah. How about you, Anna?
I go to bed way too late because of jiu-jitsu, and I live farther now. So usually I'm going to bed at 10:30, 11.
Oh my God! Don't you start freaking yourself out though?
Sometimes. Then I wake up at 4:55, 5 a.m. around then.
How about? Oh, we can't talk to the other guys.
Yeah.
Brian, how about your regiment on the one day of the week that you come in?
So I usually take some sort of sleeping aid, either Benadryl or
really?
like
Every
a
night?
Z-Quil. No, for when I do the show.
Oh, sorry.
Because
you got to go to
otherwise-
bed early.
Because I got to go to bed a lot earlier.
Okay,
and it's a one-off.
Normally when you go to bed just to go be a partner at Hunter Law, What time do you go to bed?
Between 11 and midnight.
And then what time do you go to bed when you got to be a schmarmy, toothy, co-host?
I shoot for 10, but if I can get to sleep by 10:30, that's good enough.
Up at 5?
Up at 5, exactly, yeah. 5:03. I said I don't like doing even round numbers.
I got you.
Yep. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know
why.
why.
Oh, I just need that extra 2 minutes.
Those extra 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, just psychologically.
I'm the same way, but I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side. I'm like, if I had to wake up at 5, I'd wake up at 4:57.
No.
Meanwhile, you're a 5:03 guy.
Yeah, I'm a 5:03.
I'm pushing it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm Mr. 5:03.
This Lummy, I think this is the
he gives a tour.
This guy here gives.
It's the owner of the company.
This is the guy that was probably dead.
Yes.
The owner or the CEO? Oh yeah, no, that's him. That's him. Yeah.
Now is this the actual?
Yes, that's the one they use.
And this place is called Oceangate Enterprises, right?
What a stupid name too. Like everything's gate, like Watergate.
Yeah.
And now they're Oceangate.
And we just had Poopgate. Now we got Mike Gate, and we got Ratgate.
And
why is everything gate? It's all after Watergate.
Yep.
Before that, there was no gates.
Nope.
Now everything's a gate. Poopgate, Ratgate, Rat chewed through the Mike's Gate, Oceangate. How about your dead gate?
CEO and founder of Oceangate. Let's take a look at Titan.
And
my future coffin.
What about Lakegate? Could you not put one of these in the lake? Or are these only made for oceans?
Oh, I mean, what's the point? You can see the Loch Ness Monster. I mean, no offense.
So we're coming into the sub. This is the only toilet.
Let me give her a -1 for being a bitch there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Available on a deep diving submersible. Best seat in the house. You can look out the viewport. We put a privacy screen in, turn up the music, and it's very popular.
Oh, God.
We have our,
Hold on,
what a horrible place to die.
And it's not even, they don't even have any jump seats.
Wow.
Nope.
You would think they'd have
front by
maybe
the window.
You'd think they have some bean bags or something in there, right?
Yeah.
Control screen here, our sonar screen here, and we can put any image we want in the back. We've taken a completely new approach to the sub design,
nice.
It's all run with this game controller and these touch screens. So if you want to go forward, you press forward. If you want to go back, you go back. Turn left, turn.
What if you want to become unstuck in the
what if you want to live
in the 100-foot of mud? Now, what are your guys' theories as to what happened?
You got crushed.
I think
went too far down. They got crushed.
I think they had a failure. They had
crack in the window. Got crushed.
Crack in the window got crushed.
Yep.
Because I've heard some people say that they could just be lost, and I've heard some people say that they could be stuck.
Lost? Like you just press up on the controller until you reach the surface.
Well, I mean,
they said they don't use GPS, and that they communicate through text messaging with the main ship.
Hold on. Some people in Brandon have bad cell service.
I know.
You think that when you're
I don't get Verizon down here.
14,000 feet below the cell towers are made to be above the water. I don't know that cellular works below.
20,000 leagues under the sea.
In fact, I'm almost positive that water is so dense that a cell signal cannot go through water. I don't think.
That's a macho question, I feel.
No, I feel like it's a Brian question.
There's no chance in hell that they have cell service down there.
No, and if this guy, if I'm the billionaire's family and I'm suing these people, I'm like, this is my number one thing for evidence. I'm like, look how flim-flammy this is. They don't even have communications back to the ship. It's not tethered. They're running it with a game control.
And you just get a tiny little window.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the whole thing's...
How do you even fit 5 humans in there comfortably? He's sitting Indian style. Just sitting Indian style for 5 days has got to be torture.
I can't sit Indian style. I have to have my legs fully
out. It's not
out.
like the whole thing's transparent where you could see everything. It's like
Can
one
you
little
imagine
window.
if I went and they blamed me for being too heavy, that's why they couldn't get to the top?
Down, go up. And it's Bluetooth, so I can hand it to anybody. And it's meant for a 16-year-old to throw it around, and super durable. We keep a couple of spares on board just in case.
Yeah.
This is the second
You didn't keep a couple spare windows involved, now, did you?
We've been out to the Titanic. We went out in
what year is this?
8 days.
I don't know. Maybe
this would have had to have been 2022.
Missions. We did about 10 dives to the wreck site of the Titanic, and we did an extra dive on an undiscovered reef that we found. Completely privately funded operation, and we're
used to be.
We're funded by, we call mission specialists who help support the mission. So they take quite a bit of money to come and join us. Years ago, the Russians took tourists out to the Titanic, and it was just sort of a look and see thing. We really are focusing on the science around it. We want to document what the wreck is like now, and also try to predict what it'll be like in the future.
Yeah, well, there's the science. The science. That's not science. That's not science.
Now there's a few extra bodies on the Titanic. Yeah. They're adding to the wreckage.
Is the warm line ringing?
James Cameron's going to direct this film.
Oh, God.
I was trying to talk. It was Joe Exotic's friend. I got a number from their handler. I guess Joe Exotic's not doing good today.
Well, hold on.
Why is he calling in?
So hello, who's this?
It's hard to hear him.
This is Emilio Noyola Jr.
Amelia, how you doing?
Yes, sir.
This is Bubba. Now, are you actually a friend of Joe's?
I am actually a great friend of Joe's.
Now, are you in prison with him, or are you free?
I am a free man.
But
I have paid my debt to society, and I am a free man now.
But you were in prison.
I was in prison. I have just left him not just so many hours ago.
Oh, so you just left?
What'd you do?
You just left Joe, or you just left prison a while ago?
I just left prison. I just left FMC Fort Worth. Texas prison and federal prison medical center where Tiger Joe Exotic.
So hold on. All right. So hold on. So Joe is we know he's in federal prison, but where you're talking about where you most recently came from is you visited him at the hospital in prison, and he probably
that is where he's at. Yeah.
That Joe's in the hospital at prison, and he probably gave you our phone number for you to call us to tell us, because we're his buddies, his radio buddies, that he's not doing good.
Well, he's not doing good in the aspect that today is every Thursday there's DHO. It's called disciplinary hearing. That is the abbreviations for when we go see an officer when they give us a citation. When we are penalized for whatever an officer says that we did wrong, we violated the code, they give us a citation, so we got to go with the DHO officer. The DHO officer will be seeing Mr. Tiger King today. Is every Thursday. I just left.
Now, what did Joe do to have to go in front of this officer?
There was a phone found in his common area, and the officer was like so adamant in courting the area where his cell is at. It's like, man, why is this officer going out of his way to
hold on? So somebody, there was a cell phone found in prison near Joe's area, and they're pinning it on Joe?
Yes, exactly what I'm saying, and that's exactly what happened.
Right. And Joe says it wasn't his cell phone, but they're saying, because Joe Exotic's real famous and cool, they're gonna go ahead and Pedro and Leroy, two cells down, aren't nearly as famous, so they're gonna try to hem up Joe on the deal.
Absolutely.
See, I got to say, listen, I've never been in prison, but I got it down. I know how it works, don't I, buddy?
The reason why you know is because you're a great friend of my friend.
That's right.
Now, did you just get released from prison, or did you go visit him?
No, I just got released from serving almost a 21-year sentence.
Oh, my God.
21?
Yes, I've just been released. My name's Emilio Noyola Jr.
Amelia, what did you do?
What did you do, allegedly?
What did they say? Now, with a prisoner, you always ask them what they said he did. They never did it.
Oh, right, sorry.
What did they say you did, Emilio?
Can I say my input in what you just said right now?
Yeah, of course you can. Emilio, listen, the one thing about me, man, is I'm super cool and super chill, and if I make a mistake, then go ahead and correct me, buddy. Yes, please.
And it's not a mistake. It's just like you said. It's just let's get into understanding. And Joe Tiger King told me this. My nickname is Millie Mill, and he tells me, Millie Mill, relax with your formal introduction and formal verbal communication. These are my friends. They curse. They don't give a fuck, man. You know what? You have your friends.
Yeah, you don't have to be so formal. Me and Joe are boys. So like we can talk like boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can.
We don't have to be all formal and be like, hey, blah, blah. So Emilio, what were you in for?
I was in first for they said for this conspiracy to distribute narcotics And then 2 years later, I was indicted again on a racketeering case. So
Yeah.
I had to. In the first case, I went to trial. Unfortunately, I lost, which means that I am not literally guilty since I have tried to defend myself. However, it is very, very, very next to impossible to.
Yeah, but Amelia, here's the deal. Let's not worry about all that past nonsense. Let's worry about the fact that you're, as the way I feel, I think you're a free man right now. Are you not?
I am absolutely a free man. I'm talking about it. When I say that I can open my own kitchen door, my own house, I'm doing that.
You don't got to worry about getting anally raped in the shower. You don't got to worry about getting shanked. You got to worry about the yard. You're a free man. We don't got. I mean, we're not going to listen, Amelia. Everybody makes mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm not going to judge you.
24 years in prison.
I mean, as long as you didn't kill nobody. Did you kill anybody?
Absolutely something that we talk about later on, because it's something that, how should I tell you, it's not what they're saying.
Okay,
right?
Let's go. Hold on.
It is very
intriguing. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down that path now. Listen, I'm never going to judge you. We're boys. Don't forget, we're boys. Okay. And even if you did knock somebody, knock somebody off, maybe there's a reason. Some people deserve knocked off.
No, it's not. It's not like that. The reason why I said I'd rather have a very sane mind frame as I speak to you about this, because you understand that, that even though I paid my debt to society already, there's certain things that I wish to consult with my attorney, so I know that I won't be recorded. I won't be saying something that I'm not supposed to do, because I am on federal probation, and I don't wish to upset any of my probation officers or anybody, any of the government agencies.
Amelia.
Yes, sir.
Enough said and very well spoken. That's exactly what you should say, because we're on a national radio program. Millions and millions of people are listening, and you're right.
And I'm actually an attorney, and that's the right advice.
And I actually have an attorney as a co-host, and he's like, you know what, Amelia, we don't need to get in all that because you are on probation. Next thing you know, somebody hears something on the radio, and now you're getting hemmed up on that nonsense. So we won't even go there, period.
And that is the reason why I'm very cautious, because one thing that I know is that I have been given the opportunity by Honorable Judge Ed Kincaid. And now that you tell me that millions and millions are listening to me, and I want millions and millions to know Honorable Judge Ed Kincaid, with a warm embrace, I want to tell you that I thank you very much for blessing me with the opportunity to rectify my behavior when a young and ignorant mind that we all go through.
But Amelia, how old are you now?
I am 42 years old. My life was severed at the age of 24.
At 24, you got put in. And yes, I'll tell you one thing, at least this, I promise you, you will roll around life far less with a chip on your shoulder and far more humble than you did prior to going in. And so just like your statement to me is like, listen, I'm not going to get into all that. Back in the day, man, you just would have blurted out what you did and been all cool about it and braggadocious about it. And now, because you've learned how to be patient and you're going to keep your mouth shut and stay out of trouble, right?
That is exactly what I'm going to do. And aside from that, mind my own business with my family, which I adore so much, and I will never leave them again.
Right. So now listen. So you did 21. You're out.
No. I did. With the First Step Act, I was able to get blessed. But my sentence was 21 years. It was cut a couple of years short due to the fact that I have earned good credit. I have earned.
Yeah. You got paroled out because you're good.
Yeah. So I was able to benefit from the First Step Act. However, in the institution of FMC Fort Worth, where our good friend Tiger King's at, it's like
Amelia, is it tough? Is it tough in there, buddy? Like is it tough?
You want to know the truth? It is tough because of the staff. It is tough because of the staff, not because of the individuals who are living amongst us. It is simply because of the staff. And I can tell you point blank that I was supposed to get out on February the 16th. Tell me, why did I get out just here recently, this past Friday?
Because they just take their sweet old time, and they're in no hurry to help you out. They do it because they want to have total control of you and keep you down as long as they can. That's why.
Yes, and they can do that. And one thing that I just find so amazing is that how is it that our founding fathers did an elaborate job with the senator's seats and didn't think about the individuals that would be confined like literally like animals, and have somebody, just one individual, whether it's a female staff or a male staff, to have so much control over our families.
But hold on, Amelia. I got to step in. I don't think our family fathers that put, our founding fathers that put this country together really took into consideration, jail or prison. I don't think that they really were thinking about that.
I don't think so either. And that's obvious.
So anyway, make a long story short, congratulations. And more important, Amelia, I would like for you to call the show. Now, Joe calls the show when he can, and we're going to get into the Joe Exotica stuff here momentarily. But Amelia, I'd like for you to call the show every month or so and give us a report. Let us know how you're doing. If like how things going for you. I mean, like, all right, what kind of job you got? What did you do today? Anybody piss you off?
Okay, I sure will do that. Right now, I don't think that anybody can piss me off because I just know how to ignore it this time.
Right.
So, but with that being said, Mr. Bubba, I appreciate you for your time, and
now, Amelia,
will be in contact.
Do you have a job yet, or how long? When did you get out? Just a couple days ago?
Friday.
Yeah. Friday.
I got out on Friday at 8:00.
No, listen, Amelia.
Oh my God, what was the first thing you did?
These questions cannot be held against you because they're just things that regular dudes do. This is.
Oh no, yeah, I know public records. I know what.
Okay, so if I ask you an inappropriate question that could potentially jeopardize your freedom, don't answer it. But I'm going to ask you some cool ass guy questions.
Might try to trip you up though.
But here's the deal, Amelia, yes. How fast?
Emilio.
I'm sorry, Emilio.
Noyola.
Hey, I'm just some gringo. I don't know any Spanish or nothing. Okay, I'm just some gordo gringo. Okay.
Hey, listen, don't worry, my gordo gringo. You are in good hands too.
In fact, I think I think that's what you need to call me, your gordo gringo. Okay.
Oh my goodness! Listen, I don't want my ladies to get disappointed, man.
Ladies,
I'll be your life parole. I'll be your life parole coach. Okay.
He's El Diablo Blanco. El Diablo Blanco.
White devil.
Okay. Okay. Now let's get back on course.
No, hold on. Back on course. Now, what's the you last Friday? What time did you get out?
I got out at 8:00
a.m.
A.m.
Oh hell yeah! So
way to start the weekend.
Who picked you up? Who picked you up?
Unfortunately, the circumstances that surrounded me, it had to be the hearse. I was driven straight to the cemetery where my mom's remains were waiting for me to be honored and respected.
Oh Jesus Christ!
So that was that one of the conditions?
When did she die?
Was that one of the conditions that you got out so that you could go to your mom's funeral?
I wish it was, but it wasn't.
Okay.
When did she pass?
I finished my time. I mean, my good time was taken away without me even losing it, and I was telling my case manager, which I won't mention his name.
No.
But I will say that my case manager was just like giving me the whole impossible just to not let me out.
All right, so you
because I exercise my remedies, which means if I'm going to agree with his behavior or how he's conducting himself, which is unprofessional. And I didn't agree with him, so I filed on him. Well, that was my repercussion. I wasn't going home anywhere anytime soon under his supervision.
All right, so enough.
When did she pass?
All of that negative stuff. When did you lose your mama? When did she pass?
I lost my mom on December 18, 2019.
All right, so she'd been gone a while, but you as a man. The first thing you wanted to do when you got out, you could have gone to McDonald's, you could have got a beer, whatever the hell. You went and paid respects to your mom. That's very cool. Yeah. That's very cool, Amelia.
Yeah.
So you do that.
I made videos, and I made a good video of it. Later on, if it is possible, I can shoot it to y'all.
Yeah, we like to use it for original content and really get some hits on it. So, so Emilio, you go, you pay respects to moms, but then you're probably done by what 10, 11, 12 o'clock.
We left. About 11:30. We left. It was so hot, so we had to get some.
Then what? Then what? You've been eating. We went to
the restaurant.
Hell yeah!
Which one?
Cater to my family and to my friends.
Where did you guys go? Taco Bell? Where'd you go?
The restaurant called Emilio's.
Is it your family's?
Is it a Hispanic, Mexican restaurant?
It is a Mexican restaurant. Yes.
And what did you order? The tortilla with the queso? Of course you did.
I ordered so many things, and I didn't eat all of it, but I ordered a lot of things.
Would you have some birra?
Did you have
some? I don't think that we can drink right now. That we just now. I just got to talking to my probation officer.
Don't drink, Amelia. Don't drink, okay?
But see, the thing is that I don't know. That's what they're gonna talk to me about here this next week coming. They're gonna talk to me about what are the stipulations that I have and what is the
because they might they may have like a no alcohol deal. They may have a bunch of stuff that you're gonna stick by. Okay, now we don't.
Yeah, of course.
Now hold on. Now, Emilio, you were getting to the good part. Like that night. You've been locked up for a long time, and I'm assuming that you're attracted to women, right?
Absolutely, one billion percent.
Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? What?
I am not married at the moment, but I am seriously with a lady that I have great intentions with. That has already proven me and shown me that through thick and thin, I am that woman.
Well, that's a hell of a woman. I mean, she stood by you, my friend, at your lowest moment. That's a hell of a woman right there, buddy.
Absolutely, and there was a few individuals who are good friends of Tiger King that told me before I left, Millie, don't you go out there and fuck shit up. Because that woman you have is a good woman.
She's a good woman. Now, did you and her, Amelia, make sweet love for hours on hours?
I think I will keep that off the show too.
Yeah. Okay. That means.
okay.
I mean, you ask that? Listen. There's no probation officer in the world that's going to be a dick that says, we're going to put you back in jail because you made love to your girlfriend on Friday night, Amelia. Come on now. It's not illegal.
Hey, listen. Let's get some humor in here too, man. Come on, relax. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Of course.
Now, hold on, Amelia. And how good was it? You got to be like, oh my God, oh.
No, I don't. I would never proclaim to be a god. However, I was mentioned as one because oh my God is what I was hearing all night long.
I mean, because beer, Mexican food, watching football,
having sex in that order.
Hold on, being able to do the things as a free man. That's all good and well, but man, the feeling of a vagina. After so long, oh my God.
How do you like you come out and you get to watch Team USA smack down Mexico, man?
I haven't really entertained.
You didn't care. Now, hold on. You're probably not familiar with like iPhones or like what were you most? No. What are you now? Because you've been almost a week now. What are you most intrigued by technology wise that's happened since you got out?
Technology wise, how in our TVs you got all kinds of apps that you can see, that you can watch, that you can entertain yourself, the kids. I mean, it's all on the TV now.
Yeah, TV has changed probably the most since you've been gone, right?
Let me see. What it changed the most? Where I grew up, where my mother and my father came to get a little box for us to raise us, is completely changed.
Now, did your mom and dad, were they immigrants from Mexico that came to America?
Yes, they risked their lives to give their kids, to give their sons a better life.
So when did you go in? When did you go in? Were you in 16 years?
18.
I was in there since 2004.
2004.
So it's like 18 years I did.
Yeah, because you went in at 22.
Got out at, enough of Emilio. 40. We're going to get Amelia updates from time to time. Let's talk about our good friend Joe. What's going on with Joe?
Yeah, what's going on with Joe Exotica?
Huh?
What's going on with Joe?
Man, Joe is is an amazing person, a great spirit individual. And when I first met him, I've heard him when we first got to the.
Hey, you got to pass a word to Joe that Lummy, one of the co-hosts on the show, peed on Carol Baskin's mailbox last weekend.
That's right.
We did. We went and peed We went and peed on Carol. If they want to come arrest us, that's great. Whatever.
We did it.
We're not saying you did it. I'm telling you that me and Lummy went and just peed all over on the handle and everything. So she got We did
for him,
and we're like, we were like a couple of homies. We're like, this is for you, Joe, Joey, buddy, get better.
Hey, Bubba, you and Louie went and peed on what?
On Carol Baskin's mailbox. and we even got on the back of our pickup truck and peed on her handle so that when she opens her mailbox, when she opened it up on Monday, she had to get our pee on her hand.
Hey. Well,
maybe a
I
federal
will make
offense.
sure to pass the message. But do you do know that I repeat myself. He's going to do. He will be seeing VHO today since it had already been postponed.
Now,
and I'm hoping
is
that
his health okay, Emilio? Is his health okay?
Yeah, I mean, his health seems great.
Now,
why was he in the medical center?
Oh, so
though?
he's going to
been there a while.
probably end up missing our scheduled phone call that we have with him because he's going to be in the shoe or something.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, and he wanted me to.
Emilio,
relay this message
isn't it amazing? I pretty much know it. I mean, I've never been to prison, but I got it all down. I got it down.
Been pretty darn close, though.
Yeah, I've been
Hey,
close.
but listen, you don't have to be in prison to really know about prison. Just watch American Me. Just watch Blood In, Blood Out.
Listen,
some of that is some truth.
Amelia, I've been on. Amelia, you want to hear this, pimp? You're gonna tell me how pimp I am. I'll wait till you hear this. I've been on trial 4 times, on a jury trial 4 times. I've won all 4 of them, and one of them I was facing 5 years in prison. Won it.
Yeah, but you're not talking federal. You're not talking about federal prison.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm talking the state. That's a little popsicle stand compared to what you're talking about. But hold on. It's still prison. It's still not cool, right?
I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. I take that back. Okay.
Yeah.
Take that back. I'm gonna tell you what the lawyers, what the judges tell the jury. Our audience, please take that. Disregard that.
Strike that. It's called strike that. Strike that, please.
Strike that. See,
I mean, how many other guys have you talked to? Well, I probably should answer that question. That were facing, you should be more impressed that I'm 4-0 in front of a jury. How many people do you know are 4-0 in front of a jury?
I mean, I have to say that I only know one person.
Me, Bubba Clem. Or, I'm sorry, what's my name? El Pedro, I'm sorry.
Gordo. El Gordo. Mi Gordo.
No, El Gordo.
Mi Gordo Bubba.
No, what was the white? Gringo Gordo.
Mi Gringo Gordo. There you go.
Yeah, DJ Gringo Gordo.
Look at you, man.
So now so they found this cell phone near Joe's place. Joe's probably going to get pinned for it. What's that mean? How many days in the shoe?
I mean, he's supposed to be there no more than 30 days. Right now, it's like, I mean, some of us that go out with those violations come out in a little bit sooner than that. It's not complicated. It's not something real like out of this world unless the officer wants to make it
now,
that way. Which
Emilio, how many times did you get put in the shoe?
Oh my God, I lived in the shoe, my buddy.
Really? Because you were causing problems.
No, absolutely not. The thing is, like, and I got all my documentations because, I want to make sure that I set things clear, man. That it doesn't matter whether you did something or you didn't. Most of the times, like, yeah, we're trying to defend ourselves. Like, no, we're not going to do this. We didn't do this. Like, but realistically, when you have evidence, when you can show proofs to the DHO officers and the UDC, which means UDC comes before the DHO. UDC is
the ins and outs of federal prison with Emilio.
Huh?
I said our new segment's going to be called The Ins and Outs of Federal Prison with Emilio, How to Survive for Federal Prison.
Man, you know what? I want to tell you one thing. If you was to do that, it'll be a fine success.
I know it is.
From the start.
Now, were you ever afraid of getting shanked?
Was I ever afraid to get shanked?
Yeah.
Man, I think that in our eyes, we can tell when we fear and when we don't. And I think that's why nothing happened to me.
Now, is it true that not that you participated in it, but is it true that like you got to associate based on what you are, you automatically got to get associated with a group of people, like
Listen, and I'm so glad you asked that question because this is something very important that I'm about to broadcast in your show. Okay, I'm glad you asked that question because these people I'm about to mention are the ones that are suffering the most, and they are called Solanos. They are called independents. These are individuals that don't want nothing to do with any criminal organization, with any gang in the prison, with anybody that's doing anything that's got to do with getting in trouble or trying to go against.
So the Solanos are the independent guys. They're like the guys that tell the other dudes, "Listen, I don't want to be part of your deal. I don't want to be part of nobody's deal. I just want to do my time and mind my own business." And then that's where the gangs will start screwing with you.
No, it's not really screwing with you, but you don't have your word is not as respected as it should be.
So is Joe a Solano?
I can't say that. I can't say the same thing for myself because even though that I am not affiliated with no gang and I am no part of no gang, I am a free man that has been independent in Solano to the federal system, and I have to say that I have earned a good reputation for being a stand-up man. I'm not saying in a way to be aggressive or to have do some.
Is Joe a Solano?
Joe is definitely a Solano. He LBJ. He clicked up there. What do you call it?
Now, do they? Oh yeah, it's always LGBTQ,
okay.
Right? Does he now? Does he get a lot of flack for that in prison that he's LGBTQ?
No. He's in a low prison. You got different levels. You got USPs, which that means that a lot of individuals don't make it in that area. But you got medium security. Medium security are almost the same thing as the USP because those individuals are going down, and they seem to be right back because it's like the environment from the USP.
Is Joe in a medium security prison?
No, Joe is in a medical center. He's at a low. It's a low. It's a low.
It's super low.
The next lowest thing that you can have is the camp, which I have been to the camp myself, but you got to be under 10 years.
Now, hold on the other end, Emilio. We can't go too much longer. The segment's almost over. But listen.
Yeah, and I have to end my call too.
All right, but hold on. I know your minutes are going down, but listen. What's the hard chorus? Like, can they as much as Joe's in kind of an easy part? Like, is there super hardcore ones that are like super scary?
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like what's the most hardest core one of all that in the prison system?
You mean like the ones that fear the most, or the ones that are the hardest, the ones that are the hardest prisoners?
Quentin.
It's aggressive. What are you talking about?
The prisoners are the meanest and the most aggressive.
They're in the USP. They're in the USP. But you got 92%, 92% lifetimers in the USP. So it's kind of a certain amount, a big percentage. So you got individuals that really they want to see blood. They want to see somebody go down. They wake up, desiring that, wishing that. It's a critical.
So what's on Emilio's schedule for today? I know Joe. You saw Joe yesterday. He said, "Hey, listen, call my friend up, Bubba. I'm supposed to be on the air with him, but I'm going to probably miss it because I'm going to be in the shoe because I got some cell phone nonsense going on. But send word to him." So you sent the word. If you can get word back to him, we're like, "Hey, listen, Joe, just do your time and call us when you can." And Emilio, until Joe can call us, we'll talk to you every couple weeks just to kind of get a little update.
Okay, listen, and please mark my number down in case I'm a little tied up. I'd like to just get a brief. You can contact me too and let me know. Listen, if you can come up, I'll
maybe. Hey, now listen, we got our own apparel called Bubba Army. My logo is called Bubba Army, and we have Bubba Army T-shirts and things. Maybe I can send you like a Bubba Army T-shirt or something.
Yeah, you know what? And I'll make sure to put it on display.
Oh, I bet you will. Just don't rob a bank or nothing with it, okay? All right, listen, hey, Emilio, I'm going to put you on hold. My producer is going to get your number and tell Joe that that we got his message and we know that he's hemmed up right now, and we'll hear from him when he's available. And until then,
just count 30 days from now.
And then until then, we'll keep in touch with you, okay, bud?
Congrats on your freedom, man.
And and you know what? I gotta tell you, you really, really seem like a changed man. You know the right.
Thank you so much.
You're very polite. It really. I mean, Brian, I'm really very cautious, and very rarely. And I've been a critic. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, Emilio. I've been a critic of the penal system, saying it doesn't rehabilitate people. It's nonsense. But I think it in this instance with you sound like a very rehabilitated man. You sound like a humble man. You sound like a very appreciative man. And I just stay that course, my friend. Okay.
Thank you. As you mentioned, right now, as you expressing your point of view, your perspective of me, the only thing that comes to shine in my mind is my mother and my father. They did have a great kid. I just made a mistake as a young adult.
Yeah.
And you're right. I'm not going to say that the penal system is not a thing. I'm going to say with words, just keep up with Millie Mill because I'm taking it to the top. I tell the warden, Mr. Garrido, I said, Warden, you ain't ever seen a president like this man right here you got in your presence. I wish to have you in the front as I get released on Friday and shake my hand so I can have you on a picture with me. And if you can, Mr. Warden, I really appreciate that because you know what? I'm going out there to make history.
Listen, you
100%.
screwed up. You are man enough to know that you screwed up a portion of your life, and you're man enough now to try to fix it. And I appreciate that.
Yes. Bubba, thank you, sir. I'll be
right.
waiting for the person that you need me to wait to so I can talk to him.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold, Amelia, okay? Hold on.
Thank you. Hey, audience, thank y'all. Y'all in the greatest show ever, so y'all can stay tuned.
And Emilio, if you get like an Instagram or a Twitter or anything that you can promote or a YouTube, let us know. We'll promote it.
I'm talking to my legal team, and I'm talking to my to see what is it that I want to do this. I want to make sure that I can put time and dates no matter where I'm at. So anybody that wants to know about Emilio Nola Jr., they can just log in wherever my sites, and they can see where I'm at.
You need to start listen. You need to get a hold of your team, your legal team, and see if you can start like a YouTube channel where you can actually listen. I'm telling you, the way you can make some money and be an influencer. And there's a lot of people that would be inspired by your story. And how you got your crap together now and things like that. That if you started a YouTube channel and you documented all this, I think it could go good for you.
Yeah, and Bubba, you are the fourth person that has mentioned this beautiful opportunity that I have in my and that I could possibly have in my agenda. Unfortunately, right now, it is not something that I wish to entertain. I will get a social media accounts, but I'm interested in building the companies that I am so adamant to build that I have studied for almost 5 years in prison. One is going to be a land development company and a demolition company.
All right, perfect.
And once I
we got a break.
Yeah,
I got a break,
no
Amelia. Let me put you on hold. I'm going to give you the lummy. He's going to get the number.
Thank you, everybody.
Sorry.
Land development company. I think that means landscaping. He'll be good at that. That's what I'm thinking.
He's going to come up with the next spicy chip for Fritos.
I think I got your number.
He's going to be
flaming hot.
He's going to develop something, and he's going to be laughing, making more money than all of us.
Hey man, I wish him the best.
More power to him.
Yep.
What a great guy. For real, he's not some hardcore thug.
He sounded like a great guy. Yeah, right. Yeah, he sounds like a great guy, and I wish him the best.
Thank you.
Don't chalk up their behavior to being crazy rednecks.
Yeah, think about that.
They're just totally insane. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Handbook on what to say to get out of prison.
Yeah. He should do like a vlog, just like adjusting to life after
18 years.
18 years, yeah. 18 years and counting.
Dealing with the TV apps, I guess.
What?
The TV apps.
The TV apps. That's the biggest technological change. In 2004, he was right on the crux of, but the iPhone came out, 07? So he was like a sidekick still. Sidekick Willie and a Motorola
Yeah, if you want to
flip.
try those mics when you come back, Macho should have them fixed. Thank you.
You never know what you're going to get on the Bubba Show. Some guy named Don looking for...
You want to just test them now?
His friend, some guy named
I'll test him on the air because it's more fun.
Exotica.
So when he was talking, he talked too fast. I'm like,
wow, yeah.
I'm his number, and I'm trying to
You know it's the warm line though, so it's real.
But that's what I'm
yeah.
trying to text a handler. I'm looking at the handler's number, and then he started spouting off where he was, like Joe Exotic and all this different stuff. I'm like,
He missed all your serious years, Bubba. You got to try to send him like a CD or something of all your time on Sirius satellite radio.
The box set?
Yeah, the box set. It would have been funny if he called, "Hey, I'm listening to your show. What happened to Ned?" His first question. Yeah. Where's that guy Ned? He was funny in 1998. Send him a penis pump.
I'm reading something really important.
I'm sorry. My bad. Just trying to entertain people during hot mic.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You can, lover.
We haven't gotten some money in a while, guys. Send us some money now, please. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. Unmarked bills left by the front gate. So what's up, chat? Things are slowing down on the backside here. Give him some Radio IO stock. Oh. What's up, disabled account? What's up, Sicilian redneck? Hang loose, buddy. Good morning, Grouper Lips. You're a good man. I don't care what unsavory and Izzy say about you. Iggy. I said Izzy. I'm up in the air on that.
I think we gotta go,
Oscars
guys.
afterbirth. I gotta
Okay.
check with
For
Bob
our
on
show.
Okay.
You're a heavy walker.
I'm just.
You step heavy.
Well, we should have him pretty quiet. So I was just annoyed at something.
Oh, okay. Morning, country girl. Yeah, Izzy McGillicuddy is my new favorite Bubba Army member. Izzy.
Izzy?
Izzy. Yep.
Man, I had a piece of it.
Morning, Rainy.
I gotta keep going on and on. I'm like, come on.
Anna needs you to break so she can go pee.
We
Bubba.
did need a break. I mean, we're like.
Yeah, we're gonna be
behind.
commercial the rest of the show.
I know.
I know, pretty much.
I know, and I did have to pee, so I was like, what's fucking on?
I'm literally gonna play Trapper Keeper and go back into words. So I got to.
Bitch, I know.
I got to. Plus I got fucking something I'm working on.
Did you pull up his federal prisoner profile?
Let me well.
I couldn't understand his last
I
name.
can't. I couldn't get it either.
I couldn't get his last
Emilio
name.
Cajian Jr.
I asked him twice.
Emilio
on that.
Cajian Jr. Emilio Cajian Jr.
I asked him twice on this, and he's
Does anybody speak Spanglish here? Emilio Cajian Jr.
like, morning, Rainy. I don't think he's even that because you could.
Morning, Big Lunger.
So I'm gonna text him to get it.
Yeah.
I asked him if he could text. He does not text.
He's like, those are 10 cents each, gringo.
That's true. Take wireless.
When I went away, those texts, they weren't free.
They were a quarter at that point.
Yeah. She. Yes,
Ready? Did you hear that?
What's that?
Did you hear
Your
that?
back cracked? I heard the chair moved.
No.
Was that your back or the chair?
Well, it was the chair, and then my back was like a crack.
Can't be healthy.
Probably not.
Time to draw the line. Welcome to new levels of insanity and depravity.
Yeah, we're talking about
We'll get one more chance, or Tuttle's gonna replace.
My heart is broken.
I mean,
I'm not even mad at you. I'm so sorry to do this to you, but I do think the Emilio, just freshly out of federal prison with a message from Joe Exotic, was very, very much a very entertaining break, nonetheless.
Yes.
And needed to be on the air, much like the old guy that called the phone yesterday, right? I mean, come on now, we're very unconventional. How many other radio guys are getting a guy that just got out of federal prison from Friday with a message from Joe Exotic? I'll tell you none. None. Only us, my friend. But that has caused us to be, late. So we have to get on time. So be patient with us.
Deliciously disgusting.
You're absolutely right.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I missed it. It looked like a chicken breast. Bubba's going to get a call from the federal agents that found the phone. This is the last number that was in here.
Oh, God.
Join the fucking, that's...
I sent him a care
Another
package.
agency that's calling me.
I had the merch crick wrap up a cell phone inside a t-shirt so that Joe Exotic could get me directly.
I thought it would be funny if I sent him the gun that Florida Stanley sent me.
Yeah, I gave him a cell phone.
It's just jokes, cause.
That's actually a crime. Is sneaking helping to assist getting contraband into a federal prison is a felony.
No, I know, but he's out of prison.
Yeah, no, but when the phone is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a special Bubba Army phone. It only can dial my warm line. That way you can't call anybody else. Well, shit. Good morning, the real Bologna. Good morning, Maria, Guatemala. You're on Rumble and Kick?
She's on everything.
Yeah.
And I get to see her tomorrow.
Oh, what's tomorrow?
199.
Ah.
And birthday.
Ah.
Right, you're 41 or 40.
I'm 41. Old.
You're not.
Feeling
You're like
it.
hitting your fucking stride as a man. Like, this is your peak.
No, it's not. Men peak in their mid-30s. Like performance, yes. Performance-wise, biologically, yeah.
Maybe biologically.
Yeah, biologically men
But
peak.
I'm just talking about, like, reaping all the benefits of, like,
Oh,
working
yeah.
for-
Your work
goes
in your
way
life.
until your
Yeah.
50s.
Yeah. That's fine.
Like, your ability to pull is what I meant.
No, I wasn't at Bubba's wedding. I wasn't as much in his world at that time.
Well, you were like a kid.
But I was at his divorce.
-5 for Brian. Bringing up bad times.
Good morning, West Tampa, Mike.
Did you know it's Pride Month?
Did I? No.
It's like everywhere.
What's Pride Month?
What's a P flag? Oh, Pride flag.
P flag.
Like Tootsie flag?
Oh, it's 50 years old.
Proud Asian mom of a gay kid. That's so specific. You can't just be like proud mom.
No, everybody wants to fucking feel special. Everybody.
I'm a
so
proud
sick.
Jewish secular atheist mom of a transgender, fluid,
God
binary,
damn.
sexual being.
Just be yourself and live your own fucking life.
No.
Everybody. Hey, Alan Bowling.
Who's that?
I'm gonna go make pee. That's the
Oh, just some bitch.
that's the designer of the P flag. I think her name was Transy Ross.
No, it's not. She's not 50.
I'm
years
joking.
old.
She's not 50.
Well, it's the 50th anniversary of it. She's got a cute golden doodle, though. Go, golden doodle. Oh, wow. Her eyes are very close together. It's aggressive.
Who left their bloody tampon in the bathroom?
Oh, God damn it. Bubba, why'd you do that?
They're great for when you have an anal fissure.
Yeah. I'm about to start. But I haven't started yet.
I could tell. I could smell it coming.
Yeah?
Yep. I'm trained in the art of ovulation.
I'm well past that. I'm in the luteal phase, motherfucker. About to start my menses.
Eggs in the wall.
Windows in the wall. Let's see what I'm
You got a calendar? You're tracking it?
I have since 2017.
Wow.
Is that weird?
I mean, for somebody who's not trying to do anything with it,
I just like to know.
It seems like useless data. Yeah. I mean, if you're not actively trying to put that to work for any purpose, I think it's, maybe like chronicling your bowel movements.
I have a document for that. I'm gonna come back, say hello, and say goodbye, and then I'm gonna come back and say hello and say.
All right, guys, we gotta go.
I got a major shitstorm, right, guys? I'm dealing with.
I can tell you haven't said a word in like 25 minutes.
Major.
What is it?
Unrelated to the
Can
show?
we hear about it?
We don't have time.
The Love Sponge.
Broadcasting from a bricked-in parking garage near the flight path of a major American airport. It's time to turn out the propaganda and manipulate some minds. Now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Me, Brian, maybe Rhett for an after show, sports, maybe with a little politics. I don't know. Anna's been officially released from the after show, so she can work on her DJ hum sauce skills.
Lummy too?
No, Lummy's
Oh,
gonna
you
be.
didn't mention him.
I thought it was assumed that if we were going to do sports, my little Lum was there.
Lummy was hurt. He's like,
I
I
was
guess
not,
I'm
Bubba.
out.
Don't
He's
listen.
like, see you
Bubba,
later.
don't listen to him.
Lummy, you know Lummy,
I
if there's
know.
one person's back I got here, I got your back.
He saluted me like, oh, guess I'm out.
I was saluting you to say, I'm here, buddy. That was it. I was working on the pest control thing, Bubba. Don't
All right,
listen to
I know
Brian.
you are. You got us a rat. You got us that deal.
Yep. Don't listen
Today's
to him.
after show will be at 10:30 sharp. It'll be on Facebook, YouTube, tune in, Bubba Army app, Bubba Army radio. Who just?
Oh, Mike works.
Okay, hold on.
There he is.
Let's see. All right, now. So Macho, you there?
Yeah.
So I just want you to count from 1 to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, now Rhett, you too.
Sets.
Yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hello, can you hear me?
You got to plug both of them in, not just yours.
Rhett, Macho Man sounds like God, processed beautifully. Macho sounds as thick as he looks. Nice
so,
and thick.
am I on the right pot?
Yes, you're on the right. Well, yes, you're on the right pot.
Hello, 1, 2, 3.
Why is he got to do
Why
that
does he
voice?
turn into the hillbilly? Just count to 10. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. So Mach, you're up. He's down. Which is kind of the way things are going right now with Rhett. Rhett's kind of on a bad streak right now. Oh, Rhett, don't let that get to your head. This is all showbiz. Please.
Macho who doesn't want to be on the mic sounds like God and
Don't lie like you always do,
Rhett.
Rhett.
My mic's hooked up, so I got to work on it some more.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Rhett. Mach. This stupid ass rat chewing the wire project has cost you the entire show.
Well, the hole I'm working in the wall is like 2 by 2 inches. I was soldering. It's not fun.
I'm so sorry.
I'll get back on it.
All right,
Welcome to the
you want
BRN.
me to get you a gallon of protein to pay off?
Sure.
Gold standard? Question mark?
Deliciously disgusting.
You're absolutely right.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Couch mic?
I understand we're fine.
They're both potted up, both of them. I don't know which one's which.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the
So,
opposite.
It's alright, we'll figure
Is
it
it just
out.
wind patterns?
Pretty much, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They lack like 6 or 7 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't see Macho. I don't know if he needs me to do
So
this.
that mic's working. So ask him which pot that mic's on.
Bubba, do you know which pot this mic is on? This couch?
Damn it, Brett.
I'm sorry.
What? No, it's changed 3 times. That used to be Macho Man, then it's Jay's, and it's Jay. Those two are. I have 2 pots for them, and Macho Man is on the. No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
Those are 2 mics that.
No, I don't. Seriously. I don't.
Okay.
How would I know?
I don't. Tell his lawyer friend Stacy doesn't tell me.
You have serious issues, miss.
What are you talking about?
You feel like you're a little paranoid.
Oh no, I'm not paranoid. I'm nosy. I just wanna know
Well, that's clear.
I like secret.
Yeah, I know you do. You're a Yenta.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, big time Yenta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like being entrusted with information.
Because you don't trust yourself?
No, it's a burden. Knowledge can be knowledge that isn't pertinent to myself and my life and my.
Can be fun.
But it's also information that now you've got to carry around. You got to protect. You know, it's just
You just have to shut
unnecessary.
your mouth.
Yeah.
Guys, be careful because those mics are on.
Oh, they are?
He never told me to turn them off.
Yeah, but so what?
So that could possibly go over an affiliate.
Oh.
Time to turn them off? Well, turn them off, Macho said.
All right.
What the hell? Is your alarm going off?
Ron speaking. Hey, Veronica. Yeah. I'm in the middle of something right now. Can I give you a call back?
I'm not this damn radio celebrity bitch. Could you come back with her? You stupid.
Okay.
Do you know who I am?
Okay. I'll give you a call back later this afternoon.
How's Veronica doing? Yeah, that was a really weird, not alarm. Right?
Yeah, it was. I don't even. My watch doesn't usually make that noise.
That was your watch? Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was my watch. My phone's on vibrate. I put it on as soon as I get in here. See this cool phone that I have that's not an Apple? I can silence it like that off.
Really?
Yeah.
Because so can I, motherfucker.
Oh, Apple put in the switch on the side? They stole it from OnePlus. I know, but they're.
You talking about this?
Yeah.
They've had that. You remember my iPhone 2? That phone had that. It came out in 2014.
Nah.
I think that was with, like, the first or second one.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know shit about fuck.
Clearly not.
Oh, whoops, we could be over there. Oh, no, he shut it off. Because I cursed, and he said, watch what you're saying, because it can go out over the air.
Yeah. But then you shut it off?
I think he shut it off.
All the board mics are off, I believe.
Okay.
Alright, thank God.
So let out my...
Your F's?
Well, no.
I'm just gonna...
No, it's from Ozark. It's from the girl from Ozark. What was her name? Ruthie. My favorite. I don't know shit about fuck.
She's great.
She was the most lovable character on that show.
Easily.
Of course.
The character development was really good in that show.
That show was phenomenal. Just phenomenally done. Acted, everything. It followed the Breaking Bad formula of hating the wife. Like, it is fascinating. Like, yeah.
I never saw Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Walter White's wife is completely fucking unlikable in that show.
You thought Wendy was too?
Yeah. Wendy's terrible.
I like her.
I know what you're talking
You
about.
would.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I can see the similarities.
Absolute similarities. Just, yeah. And it's all the guy's fault, don't get me wrong. Although Wendy was the problem in Ozark from the beginning.
Well, she was cheating.
Well, she's the one that got him into the real jam to begin with, yeah.
What did she? Was she?
Well, technically, his partner did.
Well, his partner and her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The two of them together.
Didn't help the situation out.
No, it didn't help the situation.
She got him involved with it to begin
No,
with?
no, no. His partner did.
Yeah.
But the marital issues.
No, yeah, she was cheating on with that older guy.
Yeah, and there was a lot financial that he was, feeling pressure from her and with the life and everything. That, I mean, she was a part of the problem.
Sure.
And in Breaking Bad, it
Similar.
was his own pride in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but they were having financial issues.
They were having financial issues.
Isn't Ozark's coming back?
No, it's over.
No, it's over, dude.
1883 came back,
Everybody
Bubba.
come back in 5 seconds.
Hold on, everybody shut up. I gotta get fucking come back. 1883 came back?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Splintered memories looming up out of the time fog. Lost somewhere between fiction and reality. Madness that made no sense at all. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
All right, all mics are up. You guys can test away. Brett, you started to irritate me a little bit because I'm in the middle of something. And I don't know what mics do what. I just know that I have 2 extra mics.
We got 2 out of 3. We're working on the third.
All right, can you count to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5.
All right, I
6.
know what mic you come up at.
Is that the one I did before?
No, you came at up at a different one before. This is Jay's mic on the A side.
Okay.
You came up on the other mic, but it doesn't matter to me. Do you want me to keep the 2 additional mics that you're working on potted up or potted down?
Down.
Okay, thank you. We got a big rat chewed the wire caper. Did Ozark end?
Yes.
I remember
Season 4.
How did it end? I forget.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I mean,
everyone died. Like Ruthie takes a
Okay,
lick.
that's right. Ruthie takes a lick.
Sorry, guys.
Everybody gets away but Ruthie.
I mean, you should have seen it. But
well, you had your chance.
Ruthie takes a lick right there in front of the trailer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that. Now, Lummy, you're saying 1883 came.
Well, they did a spinoff, the Bass Reeves story, which is a takeoff.
The what?
The Bass Reeves story, which is a takeoff of 1883 Yellowstone.
Does it pick up? Where does it pick up from?
It starts telling the story about Bass Reeves.
Who's Bass Reeves?
I guess he was
some guy that has a fishing show.
I'm going to send you the trailer. Well, it's not really the official trailer, so let me try to find it. But they keep putting commercials on it. I'll try to find it.
I mean, where can I find it? Peacock Network? I mean, is it up? Is there any? I mean, is it up?
No,
is it
not
up
yet.
or
No,
is
not
it,
yet, but
is it coming?
It's coming. They started putting a lot of commercials up for it. I'm trying to find it now.
Is Yellowstone coming back?
Yeah, end of
Is
the year.
1883 gonna or 1923 gonna have any? Is it coming back? 1923's got to come back.
Yeah, it's in production right now. They're talking about it might even be released at the same time as Yellowstone, which makes no sense.
Matthew McConaughey has been rumored to maybe be the new John Dutton.
And supposedly,
but now they're saying that Kevin Costner is getting a divorce, and the reason why he didn't want to do all these dates was because he was trying to salvage his marriage, and he couldn't. So since he's getting divorced, he's, I guess, this is what I've heard, gone back to Paramount, whoever's doing the deal, and says, I can be available for these dates. Remember, initially he was supposed to do 45 dates, and he whittled it down to 10, and then he whittled it down to 1, and they're like, well, screw you, we're going to kill you off and bring in Matthew McConaughey. That was kind of like where it was like, right?
Yeah, well, 1923 is now on hold again because of the writer's strike.
Right.
So everything's kind of on hold now because of the writer's strike.
Well, what about this legendary of Josie Bass or whatever the hell?
They're trying. They haven't announced.
And it's going to be that's a spinoff of 1883.
Yeah.
Well, I thought 1923 was a spinoff on 19.
Well, they start going out different character outside the Duttons, so they're trying to get people interested in the other character.
Brian, what are you into nowadays? What are you watching? Did you watch Arnold?
Yeah, I did.
I liked it.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
You know, at first I thought it was going to be a big fluff job, and just documenting how much of a kick-ass stud, hard worker he is. But then it got real on the final episode where he broke it down and took onus for what he did. And I mean, it was still fluff, but I thought it. I liked it. I thought they did well.
Yeah, I mean, it was made to also promote because they must have signed a deal to get his catalog. Because like Kindergarten Cop is on Netflix now, Twins is on Netflix.
Man, I never knew the amount of money he has made. He might be one of the biggest. Who's the biggest box star ever?
Ooh.
He might be one of them. Let's ask old girl. Hey, Alexa, what are the top 5 box stars of all times?
From GiveMessport.com. The top 5 is rounded out by Mayweather's bouts against Oscar de la Hoya in 2007 and Canelo in 2013.
Alexa, I should say box office, probably, don't you think?
Yeah.
Hey, Alexa, what's the top 5 box office actors of all time?
I've got it if you want.
Yes, please.
So this is
Well, let me. You're already scoffing at it. What are you scoffing at it? What gives you the right to scoff at Brian's research?
Nothing. He jumped over the there's just different categories, and that's why I didn't say anything yet. But
you went,
Yeah, because
you want to be on
Bing,
today? You want what?
But then he usually do Let Me Bing.
Oh,
but
you're
he
mad.
jumped
Hold
on it.
You're mad. Hold on. You're mad because usually it goes Alexa and then Let Me Bing. And he came in with, and then he was a little quicker on the draw.
But no, he's not saying anything because then he's looked at it and goes, "Oh, there's different categories."
Well, no, they broke it down, but I have it. It's Samuel L. Jackson because of the Avengers movie. Now, this is all going to be skewed because of the Avengers.
You're wrong, if you look at it, no, it's Scarlett Johansson because of the Avengers movie, and she made a little bit more money. And Samuel L. Jackson's number 3.
Not.
Yes, behind Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know. You guys sound like you're arguing.
This
and
list,
I have no data other than argument.
This list has Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson.
What
order.
is Samuel?
Samuel L. Jackson's on 65 movies. Scarlett Johansson has the highest per film, or no, she doesn't even have the highest per film average.
All right, can you give me some numbers?
Yeah, so 5 billion 700 million are his box office gross for Samuel L. Jackson's films, but he's been in 65 films. Which is a lot of films.
Where does Arnold rank?
He's way down because he wasn't in any of those.
Well, plus the money back then too was a little different.
You'd have to account for inflation and all of that.
Okay.
He's number 98, 1.75 billion.
That sucks.
You know who's ahead of him? Reese Witherspoon.
Well, just because of
Legally Blonde was a dope ass movie.
I know, it's just kind of funny that if I asked you whose box office is gross more,
I would say Arnold.
But if you adjust for inflation, he's going to be higher up the list.
It would be like comparing Terry Bradshaw's salary to Patrick Mahomes right now. Terry Bradshaw made like $150,000. How many Super Bowls did Terry Bradshaw win? He went 2? No,
6. I thought it was only 1, 2.
I think 4.
Yeah, maybe that's right. Yeah.
Maybe
Alexa, how many Super Bowls did Terry Bradshaw win?
In his NFL career, Terry Bradshaw won 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I think played in 6 and won 4. I mean, there's not a lot of dudes that can say that.
No.
I mean, how many people can say they won 4 Super Bowls?
2?
Maybe 3?
2 or 3?
I mean, you got Brady.
Bradshaw.
Bradshaw. How many did Roger Staubach run? Hey, Alexa, how many Super Bowls did Roger Staubach win?
In his NFL career, Roger Staubach won 2 Super Bowls.
How about Joe Montana?
4.
So you got Staubach, you got Bradshaw, you got Joe Montana.
There's actually a pretty long list of 4.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Brady, Haley, Eric Wright, Terry Bradshaw.
You're talking about quarterbacks, though, right?
Oh, well,
no quarterbacks. I'm talking about quarterbacks.
Just QBs. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's just Joe Montana and Terry Bradshaw.
I thought you meant players.
And then the next one, Troy Aikman with 3.
Yeah, I feel this might be something we should be talking about at 10:40.
Okay.
All right.
Find a safe place and stay there. The four horsemen of the apocalypse asked him for advice.
Oh, God.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Dwayne Johnson's 14th overall. Chris Pratt has the highest per film. Nope, he doesn't. Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, the guy that died?
Yeah. Nope, he doesn't. Denai Gurira?
Is that a Bollywood star?
I think so. But I'm trying to see who the hell that is. Oh no, she was one of the ones in Black Panther and Endgame. She plays Okoye. Yeah, I mean all those numbers are skewed by the fucking Avengers movies. Yeah, they should eliminate comic book movies and do that.
You know, people said they do that. They got hurt or not hurt, but the numbers were skewed because of Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true too. And that's the thing. Samuel L. Jackson's been in both Star Wars and Marvel.
That's
Yeah. God, 65 movies for him. Bruce Willis did 88, but at the end he doesn't remember the last 44.
So then,
Bubba, I hate asking you this.
Nicolas Cage, 91
but I'm being
movies.
asked by Macho, can you please turn red to mic on so we can test it?
Nicolas Cage has been in 91 movies.
Nicolas Cage in the last 10 years has hoarded himself out.
And that's just insane to me, though. 91 movies is a lot of movies. If he did 2 films a year, that takes
Hello.
5.5 years of
there he is.
acting.
He's working.
Awesome.
He's working.
All right. Thank you.
Turn him off.
All right, stop with the bitching about the sports talk. Keep it to the sports show. Pete, Jesus.
I'm just gonna go like that. I like Nicolas Cage. He's somebody who just started doing.
It's in everything. Well, Bruce Willis did it at the end.
Yeah, but every bad movie you can think of.
Yeah. Russell Crowe started doing that, right? He's been in a lot of shitty films. .43, never mind. Not that many shitty films. He's number 96 on the list. Whoa, Benedict Wong, 364 million average. Oh, Palm Clementif, 455 million average gross.
You know how many John Wayne acted in?
Oh God, probably 220 films.
It says 145.
I know, I'm just making up a number. I knew it was an absurd number of films.
Maybe Hopkins is gonna have a bunch.
Yeah, but Hopkins was in some good films. I mean,
So was
Russell Crowe.
Cage.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage was in a few.
If you look at how many acting credits, you know what number 1 is?
The highest number of acting credits all time? Oh, I have no idea.
Eric Roberts.
Oh, that guy?
725.
Oh my God.
Number 3 is Danny Trejo.
Oh, I believe that. Was he at like 550?
138. And the second is James Hong.
God, Eric Roberts.
He's an outspoken actor in Hollywood. Yeah, you have to keep up with the system.
Oh, 3 more just got added to his list, Eric Roberts, while we were talking.
He just signed 3 movies.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson has 205.
Yeah, he's up there. Jackie Chan had a lot. James Earl Jones.
Danny Glover.
Eric Roberts. This one from 2022 says 427 movies. I know he did some TV stuff too.
Yeah, it's giving him all acting credit.
Yeah. That's insane.
That's pretty much all he does then, huh?
I mean, literally, like that's. If he was in the business for 40 years, that's still over 10 movies a year. How do you even do that? Like just scheduling and timing wise.
What is that for?
I mean, it's got to be worth what, like
8 million.
I was gonna guess like 40, 50 million. 8. He's never gotten paid. He's currently working on 20 films as of 2022. He was working on 20 films. That guy's a whore.
He got nominated for 1 Oscar.
Eric Roberts? In what role?
Runaway Train. 1986.
Wow. He probably thought it was all uphill from here. I get to start choosing my roles. I won't be some loser in 400 films.
Nope.
I'll just do 1 movie a year, get critical acclaim.
I like you. Do you like me? All gimmicks, willies, Joneses, McGillicuddies, shenanigans, hickeys, and bamboozles are property of Bubba the Love Sponge Enterprises. Great success! All violations will be dealt with swiftly and painfully. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
High five.
We apologize in advance if the show wasn't up to your par today. It may not have been up to ours either. We've had some technical difficulties throughout the entire program. We have rats. They have eaten wires connecting microphones to the on-air process. But nonetheless, Lummy, I think that's 4 or 5 for today.
Yes, it is.
I think that we do have the microphone situation fixed.
I think so as well.
Rhett, you there?
Yes, I am.
Great. And Mach, are you there? Of course, when it's time to test the microphones, Mach is nowhere to...
He's right there. He's talking.
Right.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh.
Check 1, 2. There we go.
Oh, you switched. You didn't tell me, but you switched the mic that you were on earlier.
I'm going to come in and label this for you.
Okay. So, yes, our microphones are fixed just in time for us to say goodbye, everybody.
Okay.
We will be back at 10:30 with a, it's not a Killer Bees show, but it's me, Lummy, Brian, and probably Rhett talking just nonsense in sports. Anna is going to go home and practice.
Lindsay Funk 25 on the Venmo.
Thank you. I've been preoccupied and probably not the best of hosts today, but I'm sorry. And I'll try to come back tomorrow and do better. No, as a matter of fact, I'll try to come back at 10:30 and do better. Facebook, YouTube, TuneIn, the app, Bubba Army Radio, and various others. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. You can always support the show. We appreciate that. That's all at the Bubba Army. And we'll see you guys in about, 35 minutes?
Sounds good.
Anna, and we'll see you out of here.
Yep.
And
I'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Everybody have a great day. We're sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll be back in about 35 minutes to suck even more. Appreciate you.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Co-host and show historian, Lummox.
Co-host, Anna Hummel.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.